There's a unique strength in walking into a room without uttering a single word, and yet leaving an impression that lingers long after you're gone. It's not about commanding attention with flashy gestures or loud declarations, but embodying a presence so compelling that people can't help but notice. That's the kind of influence that transcends words, a quiet, steady power that builds admiration naturally. Think about someone you deeply respect. Maybe it's a family member who navigates challenges with calm assurance, a friend whose steady demeanor inspires trust, or a colleague whose work ethic speaks volumes without a need for grandstanding. These people don't demand respect. They earn it effortlessly, simply by the way they carry themselves. Their actions, composure, and inner calm do all the talking for them. That's the kind of influence anyone can cultivate with the right mindset and habits. But why is this kind of silent power so captivating? In a world obsessed with loud opinions and constant chatter, there's something refreshing about someone who doesn't feel the need to prove themselves with words. They let their presence speak louder, their consistency inspire trust, and their restraint command admiration. And what's remarkable is that this isn't a talent reserved for a select few. It's something you can develop too. Picture this: a bustling office environment. Deadlines are looming, and the tension in the air is almost tangible. Teams are scrambling, people are raising their voices, and the stress is contagious. In the middle of this storm, there's Sarah, a quiet, composed figure seated at her desk, calmly typing away. Sarah isn't the loudest voice in meetings. She doesn't interrupt conversations to share her ideas or jump at every opportunity to claim credit. But here's what makes her different. When she speaks, people listen. Why? Because she carries herself with a quiet confidence that's hard to ignore. One day, during a critical project discussion, the team hit a roadblock. Tempers flared, and blame was being tossed around like a hot potato. Amid the chaos, Sarah remained silent, observing. When everyone had exhausted themselves with arguments, she spoke, calmly, clearly, and concisely. She offered a solution that was so simple yet effective that the room fell silent. The tension dissolved, replaced by nods of agreement and renewed focus. Sarah didn't just solve a problem that day. She earned a deeper level of respect from her peers. Her ability to stay calm under pressure, reflect before reacting, and provide thoughtful input had a lasting impact. She didn't demand admiration. It naturally gravitated toward her. The key to Sarah's quiet strength wasn't her intellect alone. It was her ability to master her emotions, remain composed, and act with intention. She didn't let the chaos around her dictate her behavior, nor did she seek validation for her contributions. Her actions spoke volumes, and her demeanor inspired others to follow her lead. Stories like Sarah's resonate because they remind us of something we all crave deep down, a sense of stability and calm amidst life's unpredictability. People are naturally drawn to those who embody these qualities. They're the steady rocks we look to in storms, the calm seas that reassure us, and the quiet leaders who inspire confidence without uttering grand promises. This kind of admiration touches something primal in us. It's not about being flashy, loud, or overly confident. It's about radiating authenticity, strength, and a sense of peace. When you see someone who carries themselves this way, you're reminded of what's possible within yourself. Their presence becomes a mirror, reflecting the potential for calm, strength, and resilience that exists in all of us. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need a perfect life or an ideal set of circumstances to cultivate this kind of presence. Life will always throw curveballs, stress, setbacks, disappointments. What matters is how you choose to respond. Will you react impulsively, letting emotions dictate your actions? Or will you pause, reflect, and respond with the quiet assurance of someone who's in control of themselves? We've all faced moments where emotions threaten to take over. A heated argument, an unfair criticism, or a situation that felt entirely out of our control. Think about a time when someone else's calm response completely shifted the energy of a situation. Perhaps it was a teacher who diffused a tense classroom with a steady tone, or a friend who offered quiet support during a difficult time. These moments stick with us because they're rare and powerful. Now, consider this. What if you could be that person for others? The one who stays grounded when everyone else wavers. The one whose quiet strength inspires trust, respect, and admiration. Not through words, but through presence. This isn't just about earning respect from others. It's about cultivating an inner peace that transforms the way you experience life. One of the most underrated qualities of admired individuals is their ability to practice restraint. In a world where every disagreement feels like a battle to be won and every opinion demands an audience, restraint is a rare and powerful trait. Think about the last time someone disagreed with you. Did you feel the urge to defend yourself, to prove your point, or to assert your perspective? Now think about how different the situation might have felt if you had simply listened, nodded, and responded with calm detachment. Restraint isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It shows that you're not controlled by external events or other people's opinions. And that kind of self-mastery is deeply admirable. The truth is, restraint takes practice. It's not always easy to hold back when emotions run high or when you feel misunderstood. But every time you choose not to react impulsively, you strengthen your ability to stay grounded. And over time, this practice transforms you into someone who inspires quiet respect. The journey to becoming someone admired for their presence and not their words isn't just about changing how others see you. It's about changing how you see yourself. It's about realizing that your worth isn't tied to how much you say, how loudly you assert yourself, or how often you're in the spotlight. Your worth comes from your character, your actions, and the calm strength you bring to every moment. Every time you choose to pause before reacting, to act with intention instead of impulse, and to listen instead of dominate, you're cultivating the qualities that make silent admiration possible. It's a journey of small, deliberate choices that add up to a profound transformation. And the best part? This transformation doesn't require special skills, perfect circumstances, or a flawless personality. It starts with the decision to show up as your best self, no matter the situation. To let your actions speak louder than words, and to trust that quiet strength has more impact than any loud declaration ever could. There's a unique beauty in letting your presence do the talking. It's a strength that doesn't need validation, a confidence that doesn't seek approval, and an influence that doesn't rely on words. By embracing calmness, practicing restraint, and acting with intention, you can inspire admiration in a way that's authentic, lasting, and deeply human. This isn't about perfection or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about unlocking the quiet power within you, the strength to navigate life with grace, to face challenges with composure, and to inspire others simply by being who you are. When you tap into this power, you won't just earn admiration, you'll transform the way you experience the world and the way the world responds to you. When life throws disorder and tension your way, there's an undeniable power in remaining grounded. It's not about denying the reality of chaos or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about mastering a calm response so profoundly steady that others feel at ease simply by being in your presence. This kind of calmness isn't just an inner strength, it's a magnetic quality that naturally earns respect and admiration. There's a quiet triumph in meeting life's most turbulent moments with grace, and it's a skill that anyone can cultivate. Let's explore what it takes to develop this unwavering composure and why it matters so deeply. True calmness in chaos begins with self-awareness. It's the ability to recognize your internal reactions without being controlled by them. Chaos often triggers immediate responses, racing thoughts, a pounding heart, or a tightening in the chest. These are natural physiological reactions to stress, but they don't have to dictate your behavior. The first step in mastering calmness is learning to observe these sensations without judgment. Instead of panicking when your body reacts to pressure, acknowledge what you're feeling and ground yourself in the present moment. One way to anchor yourself during overwhelming situations is through deliberate breathing. Controlled, deep breaths send signals to your nervous system that it's time to relax. This simple practice, though easy to overlook, can drastically shift how you experience chaotic moments. Breathing deeply slows your heart rate, reduces tension, and clears your mind, creating the mental space to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to stay composed under stress, turning a once reflexive panic into a measured response. Perspective is another cornerstone of staying calm in chaos. When tension rises, perspective can transform a seemingly insurmountable problem into something manageable. Chaos often feels overwhelming because we magnify its impact, letting stress cloud our ability to see solutions. By stepping back and reassessing the situation with a broader view, you can identify what truly matters. Perspective helps you discern between what's urgent and what's merely noise, empowering you to make better decisions while maintaining your equilibrium. The ability to simplify is also critical. Chaos thrives on complexity. Too many tasks, competing priorities, and fragmented attention. Simplification is a powerful antidote. In chaotic moments, ask yourself, what is the one most important thing I can do right now? This question filters out distractions and allows you to focus your energy on actions that truly make a difference. When you simplify, you're not just creating clarity for yourself. You're also showing others how to prioritize effectively, further reinforcing your presence as a steadying force. Non-verbal communication plays a pivotal role in projecting calmness. In chaos, people look for reassurance, and your body language can provide it even before you say a word. Standing tall, maintaining steady eye contact, and moving with intention signal confidence and control. These subtle cues tell those around you that you are composed, even if internally you're still working through the situation. This doesn't mean feigning calmness for the sake of appearances, but using your physical presence to reinforce your inner resolve. Equanimity, or emotional balance, is a skill that develops through consistent practice. It's the ability to remain steady, regardless of external circumstances, neither overly elated by successes nor crushed by setbacks. This balance stems from the understanding that all situations, no matter how challenging or rewarding, are temporary. By grounding yourself in this perspective, you free your mind from the emotional highs and lows that chaos often brings. Equanimity isn't indifference. It's a profound acceptance of life's ebb and flow, which allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. Clear boundaries are essential for maintaining calmness. Chaos often stems from trying to do too much or take on responsibilities that aren't truly yours. Setting firm boundaries protects your time, energy, and mental well-being. When you clearly communicate what you can and cannot do, you reduce unnecessary stress and create a framework for others to respect your limits. This quiet assertion of boundaries reflects self-respect and builds trust, as people come to understand that you are reliable within the scope of what you commit to. Silence can be a powerful tool in chaotic situations. In the heat of the moment, the urge to speak, whether to explain, justify, or defend, can escalate tension. Choosing silence instead can have the opposite effect. Silence provides space for reflection and prevents knee-jerk reactions that often exacerbate conflict. It also conveys a sense of restraint and confidence, showing that you're not ruled by impulsive emotions. The ability to use silence strategically transforms it into a force of calm and authority. Daily habits play a significant role in preparing for chaos. It's hard to stay calm in the middle of a storm if you've never practiced calmness during quieter times. Developing routines like meditation, mindfulness, or journaling helps build an inner reservoir of peace. These practices train your mind to focus, process emotions, and let go of unhelpful thoughts, creating a foundation of calmness you can draw from when challenges arise. Letting go of perfectionism is another critical aspect of staying composed. Chaos often feels more intense when you're striving for unattainable standards. Accepting that things won't always go as planned allows you to adapt more easily and focus on solutions rather than dwelling on what went wrong. This flexibility doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means recognizing that progress often requires navigating imperfection with grace. Adaptability is closely tied to calmness. Chaos frequently arises from unexpected changes. Plans fall apart, or circumstances shift suddenly. Being adaptable means approaching these changes with curiosity rather than resistance. Instead of clinging to how things should be, focus on what can be done with what's available. This mindset not only helps you stay calm, but also inspires others to see possibilities where they might only see problems. The ability to recover quickly from setbacks is a hallmark of calm individuals. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about bouncing back stronger. Each time you face a chaotic situation and navigate it with composure, you build the mental and emotional muscle to handle future challenges more effectively. Reflecting on these experiences helps you learn and grow, turning what once felt overwhelming into valuable lessons. Leading by example is one of the most impactful ways to inspire calmness in others. When you maintain your composure in chaos, you set a tone that others naturally follow. Your presence becomes a model of how to navigate difficulty with grace. And this influence extends beyond words. People often remember not what you said in stressful moments, but how you made them feel. By embodying calmness, you provide a sense of stability that encourages others to find their own center. Trust is another element woven into calmness. Remaining unshaken in challenging times fosters trust, not only in others, but also in yourself. When you consistently show up with composure, you reinforce your own belief in your ability to handle adversity. This self-trust becomes a source of confidence, reducing the fear and doubt that often fuel chaotic reactions. The energy you bring to a situation is contagious. Calmness isn't just about what you say or do. It's about the atmosphere you create. When you cultivate a calm energy, it has a ripple effect, influencing those around you to mirror that steadiness. This is why people are drawn to individuals who remain composed. They provide a sense of safety and focus that others crave in chaotic moments. Calmness in chaos is not about controlling everything. It's about controlling your response. Life will always have its share of unpredictability, but the way you choose to show up defines your experience. By embracing calmness as a practice, not a destination, you transform how you navigate the world and how the world responds to you. It's a quiet, steady power that speaks louder than words ever could. The ability to remain calm in chaos builds a powerful foundation, but true mastery lies in how you respond or choose not to respond when tensions escalate. Words once spoken cannot be taken back, and actions fueled by impulsive emotions often lead to regret. Choosing not to react immediately doesn't make you passive, it makes you wise. The strength of non-reaction is in the deliberate pause, the space you create to reflect, assess, and act from a place of clarity rather than emotion. This skill is transformative, allowing you to face challenges with wisdom and control. Non-reaction begins with recognizing that not every situation requires your energy or involvement. Life constantly presents you with opportunities to engage in unnecessary conflict, but stepping back and assessing whether the issue is worth your attention is the first sign of strength. When you pause instead of reacting, you take control of your narrative. This pause creates room for thought, and that space is where wisdom thrives. One of the reasons non-reaction is so powerful is that it disarms others. When someone provokes you, whether with criticism, anger, or manipulation, they often expect a reaction. By choosing not to engage immediately, you disrupt their expectations. This disruption can shift the dynamic entirely, often de-escalating the tension. Instead of fueling the fire, you let it burn out on its own. Non-reaction is not silence born of fear. It's silence rooted in confidence. The power of non-reaction also lies in its ability to protect your peace. Every reaction costs energy, and not every situation is worthy of your resources. By refusing to react impulsively, you conserve your energy for moments that truly matter. This kind of intentionality is liberating. It allows you to approach life on your own terms, rather than being pulled into conflicts that don't serve you. This is not avoidance. It's strategic prioritization of your mental and emotional well-being. Non-reaction requires self-discipline, and this discipline grows through practice. When faced with a situation that would typically provoke you, take a mental step back. Observe your emotions without judgment, allowing them to rise and fall like waves. This process strengthens your ability to separate your immediate feelings from your actions. Emotions are natural, but they don't have to dictate your behavior. By practicing non-reaction, you train your mind to operate with greater clarity and purpose. Reflection is at the heart of non-reaction. Instead of reacting in the moment, take time to think critically about the situation. Ask yourself, what outcome do I want from this? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? These questions guide you toward actions that are thoughtful rather than impulsive. Reflection allows you to assess the bigger picture, preventing you from getting lost in the heat of the moment. This deliberate approach not only protects your integrity, but also enhances your ability to handle challenges effectively. Non-reaction also fosters stronger relationships. When you choose to pause instead of reacting, you create space for understanding. For example, when someone says something hurtful, your instinct may be to defend yourself or retaliate. However, by pausing and reflecting, you allow yourself to consider the underlying reasons behind their words. This perspective can lead to deeper empathy and a more constructive response, strengthening the connection rather than damaging it. Another benefit of non-reaction is the control it gives you over your reputation. People are often judged not by what happens to them, but by how they respond to it. When you consistently respond with calmness and wisdom, you build a reputation as someone who is composed and reliable. This kind of consistency earns respect over time, as people come to trust your ability to handle challenges without losing your balance. It's a quiet power that speaks volumes about your character. Non-reaction is not about suppressing your emotions, but understanding them. When you pause instead of reacting, you give yourself the opportunity to process your feelings. This processing helps you respond in a way that reflects your true intentions rather than a fleeting emotional impulse. By addressing your emotions thoughtfully, you prevent them from controlling your actions, allowing you to act from a place of strength and clarity. Practicing non-reaction also enhances your ability to navigate complex situations. Life often presents challenges where the best course of action is not immediately clear. Reacting impulsively in such moments can lead to mistakes or missed opportunities. By pausing to reflect, you give yourself the chance to consider multiple perspectives and choose the most effective response. This skill is particularly valuable in high-pressure situations, where a measured response can make all the difference. Non-reaction can also be a form of silent leadership. In group settings, people often look to others for cues on how to behave, especially during moments of tension or uncertainty. When you demonstrate calmness and restraint, you set an example for others to follow. Your ability to remain composed under pressure inspires confidence and fosters a sense of stability, making you a natural leader even without saying a word. Another aspect of non-reaction is its ability to maintain your focus. Chaos and conflict are distractions, pulling you away from your goals and priorities. By choosing not to react to every provocation, you protect your focus and stay aligned with what truly matters. This kind of discipline allows you to channel your energy into actions that align with your purpose, rather than wasting it on situations that don't deserve your attention. Non-reaction also builds inner strength. Each time you resist the urge to react impulsively, you reinforce your ability to stay grounded. This inner strength becomes a reservoir of resilience, helping you face challenges with greater confidence and poise. Over time, non-reaction becomes second nature, enabling you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. The practice of non-reaction also teaches you patience. In a world that often demands immediate responses, choosing to pause is an act of defiance against the pressure to act hastily. Patience allows you to wait for the right moment to respond, ensuring that your actions are intentional and effective. This patience extends to others as well, fostering greater understanding and compassion in your relationships. Non-reaction is a reflection of your values. By choosing not to react impulsively, you demonstrate that your actions are guided by principles rather than emotions. This alignment between your values and behavior strengthens your sense of self and enhances your credibility. People admire those who act with integrity, and non-reaction is a powerful way to embody that integrity. Ultimately, the power of non-reaction lies in the freedom it gives you. When you're not controlled by external events or other people's actions, you gain the freedom to choose how you want to respond. This freedom is empowering, allowing you to approach life with a sense of calm and control that is deeply fulfilling. Non-reaction is not just a skill, it's a way of being that transforms how you experience the world and how the world perceives you. The strength of non-reaction teaches you to master the pause, but it's your composure, the way you carry yourself in the face of pressure that speaks volumes without needing words. Composure is more than a calm exterior. It's an outward reflection of inner stability, control, and confidence. It's what others notice when you walk into a room and handle even the most challenging situations with grace. People are drawn to this energy, sensing a quiet power that commands respect without demanding it. Your demeanor is your unspoken statement to the world, and its impact often precedes anything you say. The way you hold yourself, the steadiness in your gaze, and the energy you bring into a space all communicate who you are before words even come into play. Composure, then, becomes your armor, a blend of confidence, control, and humility that sets you apart and earns admiration effortlessly. The foundation of projecting strength through composure begins with self-awareness. Being aware of how your emotions manifest physically, whether in your posture, tone, or facial expressions, helps you remain in control. Stress, for example, often reveals itself in slumped shoulders or a furrowed brow. By training yourself to notice these subtle cues, you can adjust your body language to reflect calm and strength, even when you're feeling the opposite internally. This practice creates a feedback loop. When you project steadiness through your demeanor, it reinforces your internal calm. Your posture is a powerful indicator of composure. Standing tall with your shoulders back and your chin level conveys confidence and self-assurance. This isn't about appearing rigid or overly formal, but about showing the world that you're present and unshaken. A strong posture not only communicates authority to others, but also boosts your own sense of control. Studies show that adopting an open, upright stance can positively influence your mindset, making you feel more capable and focused in high-pressure moments. Eye contact is another critical element of composure. A steady gaze communicates confidence and attentiveness, drawing people in and signaling that you are fully engaged. Avoiding eye contact, on the other hand, can be misinterpreted as uncertainty or discomfort. Maintaining calm, natural eye contact creates a connection and conveys that you are grounded, approachable, and in control of yourself. Your tone of voice also plays a significant role in projecting strength. A calm, measured tone reassures others and demonstrates that you are not easily rattled. Even in situations where emotions run high, speaking with clarity and purpose reflects composure. Avoiding rushed or overly forceful speech helps you maintain control of the conversation and ensures that your words carry weight. The way you say something often matters more than the words themselves, and a composed tone leaves a lasting impression. The way you handle interruptions or unexpected challenges is a defining aspect of composure. When plans go awry or people challenge your ideas, your ability to remain steady sets the tone for how others perceive and respond to the situation. Instead of reacting defensively or showing frustration, take a breath and approach the disruption with curiosity. Asking thoughtful questions or calmly offering solutions shows that you are not thrown off course, reinforcing your reputation as someone who can handle pressure with poise. Your physical presence, the way you occupy space, also contributes to the perception of composure. Moving with intention rather than haste signals control and purpose. Whether walking into a meeting or addressing a group, deliberate, unhurried movements convey that you are confident in your actions and decisions. This sense of control is contagious, encouraging those around you to mirror your steadiness. Composure in the face of criticism is especially powerful. When someone challenges you, how you respond can either escalate the tension or diffuse it. A composed demeanor signals that you are secure in yourself and open to feedback. Instead of reacting defensively, acknowledge the critique with a calm, thoughtful response. This approach not only diffuses potential conflict, but also demonstrates emotional maturity, earning you respect even from those who disagree with you. Your ability to remain composed during uncertainty further amplifies your strength. Uncertainty often brings out the worst in people: panic, indecision, or overreaction. By contrast, your steadiness in these moments sets you apart. Whether it's a sudden change in plans or an unexpected obstacle, your calmness becomes a source of reassurance for others. This ability to navigate the unknown with confidence makes you a natural leader, even in situations where formal leadership roles aren't assigned. Composure also involves knowing when to remain silent. Silence, when used intentionally, can be a powerful tool for projecting strength. In conversations, pausing before responding shows that you are thoughtful and deliberate in your words. This not only gives you time to craft a measured response, but also signals that you are in control of the exchange. Silence can also shift the dynamic of a conversation, prompting others to fill the gap and revealing more than they might have intended. Maintaining composure requires mastering your inner dialogue. The way you speak to yourself during stressful situations influences how you present yourself outwardly. Encouraging steady self-talk, phrases like "I can handle this" or "stay focused," reinforces your ability to stay calm under pressure. Negative inner dialogue, on the other hand, can chip away at your confidence, making it harder to project strength. Training yourself to reframe challenges as opportunities helps you maintain a composed mindset. The ability to detach from emotional triggers is another hallmark of composure. When faced with provocative situations, remind yourself that you have the power to choose your response. Instead of letting emotions dictate your actions, focus on the outcome you want to achieve. This detachment doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means recognizing them without letting them control you. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to remain composed in even the most challenging circumstances. Composure also involves demonstrating patience. In a fast-paced world, the ability to wait calmly, whether for a resolution, a response, or a result, is a rare and valuable skill. Patience shows that you trust the process and are not easily swayed by pressure or urgency. This steadiness not only enhances your decision-making, but also builds trust with those around you, as they see you as someone who prioritizes thoughtfulness over haste. Consistency is a key aspect of composure that often goes unnoticed. People admire those who show up the same way, regardless of the situation. Whether you're dealing with a crisis or celebrating a success, maintaining a steady demeanor builds trust and respect. This consistency demonstrates that your composure isn't a facade, but a genuine reflection of your character. The strength of composure also lies in its ability to create a sense of safety for others. When you remain calm, you signal to those around you that the situation is manageable. This sense of security allows others to focus on solutions rather than getting caught up in the chaos. By projecting calmness, you become a stabilizing force, inspiring confidence and collaboration. Composure is a reflection of your values. It shows that you prioritize thoughtfulness, integrity, and respect over impulsive reactions. By staying composed, you demonstrate that your actions are guided by principles rather than fleeting emotions. This alignment between your values and behavior creates a powerful sense of authenticity, further enhancing the respect and admiration you earn from others. Projecting strength through composure is not about suppressing your humanity, but about channeling your energy into actions that reflect your best self. It's a practice that transforms not only how others see you, but also how you see yourself, empowering you to navigate life with grace, confidence, and quiet authority. The strength of composure lays the foundation for handling life's challenges with dignity, but it's often tested most profoundly in moments of disrespect. Disrespect can cut deep, igniting feelings of frustration, anger, or insecurity. However, these encounters offer a rare opportunity to grow in ways you never would in the absence of such adversity. How you respond to disrespect shapes not only the situation, but also the person you become. By transforming these moments into lessons, you master yourself, earning a kind of inner strength that no external force can shake. When faced with disrespect, the first step is to shift your perspective. Disrespect often feels personal, but it's rarely about you. People project their frustrations, fears, or insecurities onto others, using disrespect as a way to mask their own struggles. Recognizing this doesn't excuse their behavior, but it allows you to approach the situation from a place of understanding rather than reaction. Instead of internalizing the insult, you can detach from it and view the moment as an opportunity to practice patience and resilience. Responding to disrespect begins with self-restraint. Your initial reaction might be to defend yourself or retaliate, but this rarely leads to positive outcomes. Instead, take a deep breath and allow yourself a moment to reflect. By pausing, you reclaim your power and prevent the other person's behavior from dictating your actions. This pause is not a sign of weakness. It's a deliberate act of control that allows you to choose your response wisely. One way to turn disrespect into an opportunity for growth is to use it as a mirror. Negative encounters often reveal areas where you can improve your self-mastery. For example, if someone's words make you feel insecure, it's an opportunity to explore why those words affected you. Is there a deeper fear or doubt they've touched on? By identifying these triggers, you can work to address the underlying issues, turning a painful moment into a catalyst for personal development. Remaining calm in the face of disrespect is one of the most powerful ways to reclaim your strength. When you react with anger or frustration, you give the other person control over your emotions. However, when you respond with calmness, you assert your independence and demonstrate that their behavior has no power over you. This calm response often has the added benefit of disarming the other person, as they realize their attempt to provoke you has failed. Turning disrespect into growth also involves practicing empathy. While this might seem counterintuitive, understanding the other person's perspective can shift your focus from anger to curiosity. Ask yourself, what might have led them to behave this way? Are they experiencing stress, insecurity, or frustration? This doesn't mean excusing their actions, but recognizing that disrespect often stems from unresolved struggles within the individual. Approaching the situation with empathy allows you to rise above the conflict and respond from a place of wisdom. Boundaries play a crucial role in handling disrespect effectively. While it's important to respond with calmness and understanding, it's equally important to assert your limits. Allowing repeated disrespect erodes your self-respect and sends the message that such behavior is acceptable. By setting clear boundaries, you communicate your expectations while maintaining your composure. This might involve calmly stating, "I won't engage in a conversation where I'm being disrespected," and then stepping away if necessary. Boundaries protect your peace and reinforce your self-worth. Another way to transform disrespect into an opportunity for growth is by using it to strengthen your resilience. Life will always present challenges, and disrespect is one of the many tests you'll face. Each time you handle it with grace, you build mental and emotional toughness. Over time, these encounters become less about the other person's behavior and more about your ability to rise above it. You become someone who isn't easily shaken, and that inner strength becomes a source of pride and confidence. Learning to let go of grudges is another powerful outcome of handling disrespect wisely. Holding on to resentment only prolongs the emotional impact of the encounter, keeping you tethered to negativity. Instead, choose to release the burden of anger and focus on what you've gained from the experience. This doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the behavior, but deciding not to let it occupy space in your mind. Letting go frees you to move forward with clarity and peace. Disrespect also provides an opportunity to practice forgiveness, not for the sake of the other person, but for your own well-being. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior, but about refusing to let it define your emotional state. By forgiving, you release yourself from the grip of the encounter and reclaim your energy. It's a powerful act of self-care that allows you to focus on your growth rather than lingering on the actions of others. Disrespect can be a chance to refine your communication skills. When someone disrespects you, how you respond can set the tone for the rest of the interaction. Choosing words that are calm, assertive, and respectful not only diffuses tension, but also models the behavior you expect in return. For example, saying, "I'd like to have a respectful conversation. Let's revisit this later," can redirect the situation while maintaining your dignity. Reflecting on instances of disrespect can also reveal patterns. Are there specific environments, people, or situations where disrespect occurs more frequently? Understanding these patterns helps you anticipate challenges and prepare to handle them more effectively. It might also prompt you to reevaluate certain relationships or environments, prioritizing those that align with your values and self-respect. Handling disrespect with grace often leads to unexpected respect from others. When people witness your ability to stay composed and respond thoughtfully, they gain a new level of admiration for you. This respect isn't something you demand, it's something you earn through your actions. Over time, your reputation as someone who handles adversity with strength and wisdom becomes a powerful testament to your character. Disrespect also highlights the importance of self-validation. When someone undermines you, it's easy to question your worth. However, moments like these remind you to anchor your self-worth in your own values rather than the opinions of others. Affirming your own value, regardless of external judgment, builds an unshakable foundation of confidence that no disrespect can diminish. Another transformative aspect of handling disrespect is the opportunity to inspire others. People often look to those around them for cues on how to behave, especially in challenging situations. When you respond to disrespect with calmness and integrity, you set an example for others to follow. Your actions show that it's possible to rise above negativity and maintain your dignity, inspiring others to do the same. Disrespect, when reframed, can become a teacher. It teaches you to prioritize your peace, to value your self-worth, and to choose growth over conflict. Each encounter becomes a stepping stone, helping you refine your character and deepen your understanding of yourself and others. Instead of seeing these moments as setbacks, view them as opportunities to strengthen your resilience and expand your perspective. By transforming disrespect into growth, you shift your focus from external validation to internal mastery. You learn to navigate life with a sense of purpose and control, knowing that no amount of negativity can derail your progress. This mindset not only empowers you, but also sets you on a path toward becoming the best version of yourself, someone who rises above adversity and thrives in the face of challenges. Turning disrespect into opportunities for growth teaches resilience and the power of self-mastery, but the journey doesn't end there. True strength lies in cultivating inner confidence, a kind of self-assurance that doesn't waver based on external opinions or validation. This confidence isn't loud or boastful, it's quiet, steady, and deeply rooted. It inspires admiration not because it seeks attention, but because it stands firm in its own worth. The beauty of inner confidence is that it frees you from the exhausting pursuit of approval and allows you to live authentically. Inner confidence begins with understanding who you are. Many people tie their sense of self-worth to achievements, relationships, or social recognition, but these external measures are fleeting. Real confidence comes from knowing your values, strengths, and boundaries. When you have a clear understanding of what matters most to you, you create a foundation that isn't easily shaken. This self-awareness acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions with clarity and purpose. Developing inner confidence also requires embracing imperfection. The pursuit of perfection often leads to self-doubt, as the unattainable goal becomes a constant reminder of perceived shortcomings. Instead, acknowledge that imperfection is a natural part of being human. Accepting this not only reduces self-criticism, but also allows you to approach life with greater ease. Confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about being comfortable with who you are, flaws and all. Another key to building inner confidence is trusting yourself. Self-trust develops when your actions align with your intentions. This means keeping the promises you make to yourself, no matter how small. Each time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce your belief in your own capabilities. Over time, this creates a sense of reliability within yourself that becomes unshakable. Trusting yourself also involves taking risks and learning from failures, as these experiences teach you that you can handle challenges and grow stronger from them. Confidence flourishes when you shift your focus from external validation to internal growth. Seeking approval from others places your worth in their hands, making it fragile and dependent on circumstances beyond your control. Instead, focus on becoming the person you want to be, regardless of external opinions. This shift empowers you to live authentically and align your actions with your values, creating a sense of fulfillment that no outside recognition can provide. Practicing self-compassion is another essential step in building inner confidence. It's easy to be critical of yourself when things go wrong, but harsh self-judgment only erodes your sense of worth. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. When you make mistakes, acknowledge them without letting them define you. Self-compassion helps you move forward with a mindset of growth rather than self-punishment. Confidence grows stronger when you set boundaries and protect your energy. People who lack boundaries often overextend themselves, seeking validation through their willingness to accommodate others. However, this approach can leave you feeling drained and undervalued. Setting clear boundaries allows you to prioritize your well-being without guilt. When you honor your limits, you communicate self-respect, and others are more likely to respect you in return. Authenticity is a hallmark of true confidence. Living authentically means showing up as your genuine self, without the need to conform to others' expectations. This requires vulnerability, as being true to yourself can feel risky in a world that often rewards conformity. However, the more you practice authenticity, the more comfortable it becomes. Authenticity not only builds your confidence, but also attracts people who appreciate you for who you truly are. Another pillar of inner confidence is resilience. Confidence isn't the absence of fear or failure. It's the ability to move forward despite them. Resilience grows each time you face challenges head-on and persevere. It's built through small acts of courage, such as speaking up for yourself, pursuing a goal despite uncertainty, or stepping out of your comfort zone. Each act reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome obstacles, making you more confident in your capacity to navigate life's ups and downs. Gratitude plays a subtle but powerful role in fostering confidence. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude helps you appreciate your strengths and achievements, no matter how small, creating a positive feedback loop that reinforces your sense of worth. It also reduces the tendency to compare yourself to others, which often undermines confidence. Confidence is also rooted in action. Overthinking and procrastination can paralyze you, fueling self-doubt. Taking decisive action, even when you're unsure of the outcome, builds momentum and reinforces your belief in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Confidence grows not from waiting for the perfect moment, but from taking the first step and learning as you go. The ability to say no is another expression of inner confidence. Saying no can be difficult, especially if you fear disappointing others or being judged. However, each time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or priorities, you're saying yes to yourself. This act of self-respect strengthens your confidence and teaches others to value your time and boundaries. Inner confidence is also nurtured by surrounding yourself with supportive people. The company you keep has a significant impact on how you view yourself. Being around those who uplift and encourage you reinforces your sense of worth, while toxic relationships can erode it. Choose to spend time with people who inspire you to grow and celebrate your authentic self. Practicing mindfulness helps build confidence by keeping you grounded in the present moment. Self-doubt often arises from dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes. Mindfulness allows you to focus on what you can do right now, reducing anxiety and creating a sense of control. By staying present, you can approach challenges with clarity and confidence, knowing that your worth isn't tied to past failures or future uncertainties. Learning to celebrate your progress is another vital aspect of building confidence. It's easy to overlook your achievements when you're constantly striving for more. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come and the effort you've put in. Celebrating small victories reinforces your belief in your abilities and motivates you to keep moving forward. Confidence also stems from knowing your purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you do what you do, it anchors you in times of doubt. Purpose gives your actions meaning and aligns your efforts with something greater than yourself. This alignment creates a deep sense of fulfillment and confidence that isn't dependent on external recognition. Letting go of comparisons is essential for cultivating inner confidence. Comparing yourself to others often leads to feelings of inadequacy, as there will always be someone who seems more successful, talented, or attractive. Instead of comparing, focus on your unique journey and the progress you're making. Recognize that everyone's path is different and that your worth isn't determined by how you measure up to others. Self-expression is another way to build confidence. whether through art, writing, or simply sharing your thoughts and ideas. Expressing yourself authentically reinforces your sense of identity. It reminds you that your voice matters and that you have something valuable to contribute. Over time, this practice strengthens your belief in yourself and your abilities. Confidence is also about embracing uncertainty. Life is full of unknowns, and waiting for certainty before taking action often leads to missed opportunities. Trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next, even without all the answers, builds a sense of inner strength. This trust allows you to take risks and pursue your goals with courage, knowing that you can adapt and grow along the way. The journey to inner confidence is deeply personal, but its impact reaches far beyond yourself. When you cultivate self-assurance, you inspire those around you to do the same. Confidence is contagious, and your willingness to live authentically encourages others to embrace their true selves. In this way, building inner confidence becomes not only an act of self-love, but also a gift to the world. Inner confidence builds a foundation of self-assurance, but its true expression comes when you quietly assert your boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are the invisible lines that define what you will and will not accept, guiding others on how to treat you. Setting these limits isn't about pushing people away. It's about creating space for mutual respect and fostering healthier connections. Boundaries are acts of self-respect that quietly communicate your worth to the world without the need for loud declarations or arguments. Boundaries begin with clarity. You can't assert limits effectively if you don't first know what they are. This requires a deep understanding of your values, priorities, and emotional triggers. Take the time to reflect on situations where you felt uncomfortable, overwhelmed, or disrespected. These feelings are often indicators of where boundaries are needed. By identifying these patterns, you can start defining what behaviors and circumstances align with your well-being and which do not. Quietly asserting boundaries is a skill that requires both firmness and grace. It's not about confrontation or aggression. It's about calmly expressing your needs in a way that invites understanding rather than conflict. For instance, instead of saying, "You always take advantage of me," try, "I feel overwhelmed when I take on too many responsibilities, so I need to limit my commitments." This approach focuses on your feelings and needs rather than assigning blame, which helps reduce defensiveness and opens the door to constructive dialogue. The strength of boundaries lies in their consistency. Setting a boundary once is not enough. You must reinforce it through your actions. If someone crosses a line you've established, how you respond will determine whether they respect it in the future. For example, if you've stated that you can't take calls after a certain time, but someone continues to do so, calmly remind them of your boundary and follow through by not answering. Each time you uphold your limits, you reinforce your self-respect and teach others to honor it as well. Boundaries are deeply connected to self-worth. When you set and maintain boundaries, you send a message to yourself and others that your time, energy, and feelings matter. This quiet act of self-respect often earns admiration because it demonstrates that you value yourself enough to protect your well-being. It also sets an example, inspiring others to reflect on their own boundaries and the importance of asserting them. One of the most challenging aspects of setting boundaries is overcoming the fear of rejection or conflict. It's natural to worry that saying no or asserting limits might upset others or strain relationships. However, true connections are built on mutual respect, not one-sided sacrifice. If someone reacts poorly to your boundaries, it often reveals more about their expectations than your actions. Healthy relationships thrive when both parties feel valued and respected, and boundaries are essential to creating that balance. The act of setting boundaries also teaches others how to interact with you. People often test limits unconsciously, and your response provides them with a framework for what is acceptable. When you quietly and consistently assert your boundaries, you establish a standard of respect that others are likely to follow. This creates a ripple effect, improving not only your interactions, but also the dynamics of your relationships as a whole. Boundaries are not just about saying no, they're also about saying yes to the things that matter most. By protecting your time and energy, you create space for the people, activities, and goals that align with your values. This intentionality enhances your sense of fulfillment and allows you to show up more fully in areas where your presence truly matters. In this way, boundaries are not restrictive, they are liberating. The strength of quiet boundaries is particularly evident in professional settings. Overcommitting or failing to assert limits at work often leads to burnout and resentment. However, when you calmly communicate your capacity and set realistic expectations, you demonstrate professionalism and self-respect. For example, saying, "I can prioritize this task, but it will mean delaying another project," shows that you are thoughtful and intentional about your work. This kind of clarity not only protects your well-being, but also earns the respect of colleagues and supervisors. Boundaries also play a crucial role in maintaining emotional balance. Allowing others to dictate your feelings or actions often leads to frustration and a sense of powerlessness. By asserting your limits, you regain control over your emotional space. For instance, if someone consistently vents their frustrations to you without considering your feelings, it's okay to say, "I want to support you, but I need to step back," when these conversations become overwhelming. This protects your emotional health while still showing care for the other person. Listening to your intuition is a key part of setting boundaries. Often your gut feeling will tell you when something isn't right, even before your mind fully processes it. Trusting this inner voice allows you to act proactively, setting limits before situations escalate. For example, if you sense that a new responsibility will stretch you too thin, expressing your concerns early prevents potential stress and reinforces your ability to prioritize effectively. Boundaries are not static. They evolve as you grow and your circumstances change. Regularly reassessing your limits ensures that they continue to serve your needs. This might mean tightening boundaries in certain areas or loosening them in others. For instance, as you build trust in a relationship, you might feel comfortable sharing more personal aspects of your life, whereas in other situations, you may realize the need for stricter boundaries to protect your time and energy. The silent strength of boundaries is often most evident in their impact on your overall sense of peace. When you honor your limits, you create an environment that supports your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. This peace is not only rewarding in itself, but also radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and interact with you. A person who respects their own boundaries exudes a calm confidence that naturally draws respect and admiration. Boundaries also help you cultivate self-discipline. Upholding your limits requires a level of commitment and consistency that strengthens your ability to stay true to your values. This self-discipline extends to other areas of your life, creating a ripple effect that enhances your focus, productivity, and sense of purpose. Each time you honor a boundary, you reinforce your integrity and deepen your trust in yourself. Setting boundaries can also deepen your relationships. While it may feel counterintuitive, clear boundaries create a foundation of trust and respect that allows connections to flourish. When both parties understand and honor each other's limits, it fosters a sense of safety and mutual appreciation. This not only strengthens existing relationships, but also sets a standard for new ones, ensuring that your connections are built on a foundation of respect. The quiet act of setting boundaries also builds resilience. Life often tests your ability to maintain your limits, whether through challenging relationships, unexpected demands, or societal pressures. Each time you uphold a boundary, you strengthen your ability to navigate these tests with confidence and grace. Over time, this resilience becomes a core part of who you are, enabling you to face life's challenges with steady composure. The process of setting boundaries also encourages self-reflection. Each limit you establish requires you to consider your values, priorities, and needs. This introspection deepens your understanding of yourself and helps you align your actions with your goals. As a result, boundaries become not just a tool for managing interactions, but also a means of living more authentically. The silent strength of boundaries is transformative, both for you and those around you. By quietly asserting your limits, you demonstrate self-respect and create a framework for healthier, more fulfilling interactions. This quiet power doesn't demand attention or approval. It simply exists, earning respect naturally and inspiring others to do the same. Boundaries are not just lines you draw. They are acts of self-care, declarations of your worth, and a pathway to a more intentional, empowered life. The quiet strength of boundaries demonstrates self-respect and sets the tone for healthy interactions. But what truly elevates these connections is empathy, the ability to feel and understand others deeply without the need for words. Silent empathy is a profound, unspoken connection that goes beyond listening. It's about being present, sensing emotions, and offering support without forcing solutions or expecting anything in return. This level of understanding nurtures relationships in ways that words alone never could, creating a bond rooted in trust and mutual respect. Empathy without words begins with presence. To truly connect with someone, you must be fully there, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Distractions, no matter how small, can create a barrier between you and the other person. Presence is about giving your undivided attention, making the person in front of you feel seen and valued. It's not about offering advice or solving problems, but holding space for them to express themselves without judgment. Listening is at the core of silent empathy, but it's not just about hearing words. True listening involves paying attention to what's not being said, the pauses, the hesitations, the body language. A trembling voice, averted eyes, or a deep sigh can speak volumes about what someone is feeling but struggling to articulate. By tuning into these subtle cues, you show that you care enough to go beyond surface-level communication and truly understand their emotions. Non-verbal communication is a powerful tool for empathy. A simple gesture, such as a reassuring nod or a warm smile, can convey understanding and support without the need for words. Even your posture, leaning slightly forward or maintaining an open stance, signals that you are engaged and approachable. These small but meaningful actions create a sense of safety, encouraging the other person to share more openly. Silence, often overlooked, is one of the most potent expressions of empathy. In moments of emotional intensity, silence allows the other person the space to process their feelings. It shows that you are comfortable sitting with their emotions without rushing to fill the void. This silence is not empty. It's filled with presence and understanding. It communicates, "I'm here with you. without the need for elaborate explanations. Empathy also requires letting go of judgment. People often hesitate to share their true feelings for fear of being criticized or misunderstood. By creating a judgment-free space, you invite honesty and vulnerability. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say, but it does mean accepting their feelings as valid. When you approach others with an open heart and mind, you build trust and show that they can be themselves around you. Patience is another cornerstone of silent empathy. People process their emotions at their own pace, and rushing them can make them feel unheard or invalidated. Patience allows you to meet them where they are, respecting their journey without imposing your timeline. This patience is especially important in moments of grief or uncertainty, when emotions can be complex and unpredictable. Empathy without words also involves understanding your own emotions. To truly connect with others, you must first be in tune with yourself. Recognizing your emotional responses helps you remain present and prevents you from projecting your feelings onto the other person. This self-awareness creates a stable foundation, allowing you to hold space for others without being overwhelmed by their emotions. Boundaries play a subtle but important role in silent empathy. While empathy requires openness, it also requires balance. Overextending yourself emotionally can lead to burnout, which ultimately diminishes your ability to support others. By maintaining healthy boundaries, you ensure that your empathy comes from a place of strength rather than exhaustion. This balance allows you to be fully present without losing yourself in the process. Empathy is not about fixing, it's about understanding. Many people feel the need to offer solutions when someone shares their struggles, but often what the person needs most is simply to be heard. By resisting the urge to fix and instead focusing on understanding, you honor their experience and give them the space to find their own answers. This approach empowers them while deepening the connection between you. Perspective taking is a key component of empathy. It's the ability to see the world through someone else's eyes, to understand their experiences and emotions from their point of view. This doesn't mean abandoning your perspective, but expanding it to include theirs. Perspective taking requires curiosity and humility, a willingness to set aside your assumptions and truly explore their reality. This practice not only enhances empathy, but also broadens your own understanding of the world. Empathy without words often involves small, thoughtful actions that show you care. A handwritten note, a comforting presence during a difficult time, or simply remembering something important to them can have a profound impact. These gestures demonstrate that you are paying attention and that their feelings matter to you. They may seem small, but their cumulative effect can strengthen relationships in meaningful ways. Another aspect of silent empathy is emotional resilience. Being empathetic means being present with someone else's pain or struggles, which can be emotionally taxing. Building resilience allows you to hold space for others without becoming overwhelmed. Practices like mindfulness, self-care, and reflection can help you maintain your emotional balance, ensuring that your empathy remains a source of connection rather than a burden. Empathy also involves recognizing the limits of your understanding. No matter how deeply you connect with someone, there will always be aspects of their experience that you cannot fully grasp. Acknowledging this creates a sense of humility and respect. It shows that you are willing to learn and grow alongside them, rather than assuming you already have all the answers. Silent empathy is particularly powerful in moments of conflict. When tensions rise, listening without interruption or defensiveness can de-escalate the situation and pave the way for resolution. By focusing on understanding rather than winning the argument, you create an environment where both parties feel heard. This approach not only resolves conflict, but also strengthens the relationship, as it shows that you value connection over being right. Empathy without words extends beyond personal relationships. It can transform communities and workplaces. In a world often driven by competition and individualism, silent empathy fosters collaboration and unity. It encourages people to look beyond their differences and connect on a human level. This kind of empathy creates a culture of respect and support, where everyone feels valued and understood. Empathy also has a ripple effect. When you practice silent empathy, you inspire others to do the same. Your actions create a model for how to connect deeply and authentically, encouraging others to approach their relationships with greater care and understanding. This ripple effect can create a positive shift not only in individual relationships, but in the broader community as well. Ultimately, silent empathy is about presence, patience, and understanding. It's about showing up for others in a way that goes beyond words, creating connections that are deeply felt rather than superficially heard. This kind of empathy strengthens relationships, builds trust, and fosters a sense of mutual respect that transcends spoken language. It's a quiet power that transforms not only how you relate to others, but also how they relate to you. Silent empathy forges deep, unspoken connections, allowing you to navigate relationships with grace and understanding. But life often presents negativity and conflict that empathy alone cannot diffuse. This is where humor, when used wisely, becomes a powerful shield. It's not about making light of serious situations or dismissing others' feelings. It's about using lightheartedness to disarm negativity, protect your peace, and build resilience. Humor doesn't demand attention or confrontation. Instead, it diffuses tension, uplifts spirits, and creates an atmosphere where admiration naturally follows. Humor begins with perspective. In the face of negativity, a well-timed laugh or clever observation can shift your mindset from one of frustration to one of resilience. Seeing the lighter side of a situation doesn't mean ignoring its challenges. It means refusing to let those challenges dominate your emotions. Humor acts as a lens, allowing you to reinterpret difficulties in a way that empowers rather than overwhelms. By embracing this perspective, you show that negativity has no hold on you. The beauty of humor lies in its ability to diffuse tension. In moments of conflict, a thoughtful joke or playful comment can break down walls and create a bridge of understanding. This kind of humor is not about sarcasm or belittling others. It's about finding common ground and reminding everyone involved that we're all human. When used with care, humor becomes a tool for connection, transforming potentially divisive moments into opportunities for unity. Humor is also a form of emotional resilience. Negativity often feeds on reaction, seeking to provoke anger or despair. Responding with humor instead of defensiveness shows that you are in control of your emotions. This response not only protects your peace, but also signals strength and confidence. It's a way of saying, "I won't let this situation define me," without needing to utter those words. Over time, this approach builds an inner toughness that allows you to face challenges with ease. Another strength of humor is its ability to create relatability. People are naturally drawn to those who can find joy in everyday moments and bring levity to difficult situations. By sharing a laugh, you create a sense of camaraderie that fosters trust and admiration. Humor reminds us of our shared humanity, breaking down barriers and creating a sense of belonging that is both comforting and uplifting. Humor can also serve as a powerful tool for self-expression. When faced with negativity, a humorous response allows you to assert yourself without aggression. For example, if someone makes a cutting remark, a witty comeback delivered with a smile can shift the dynamic and leave a lasting impression. This kind of response shows that you are not easily shaken and that you have the confidence to handle negativity on your terms. Using humor as a shield also involves knowing your audience. What makes one person laugh might offend another, so it's essential to approach humor with sensitivity and awareness. This doesn't mean censoring yourself, but being mindful of how your words and actions might be received. Thoughtful humor demonstrates emotional intelligence, as it requires you to consider others' perspectives while staying true to your intentions. Humor has a way of neutralizing power imbalances. In situations where someone tries to dominate or intimidate, humor can subtly reclaim your agency without escalating the conflict. A light-hearted comment or playful deflection shifts the focus, reminding the other person that their negativity holds no sway over you. This response often leaves them disarmed, as they realize their attempts to provoke have failed. Humor also nurtures optimism. Negativity often clouds our ability to see solutions or hope, but humor clears that fog, allowing us to approach challenges with a fresh perspective. By laughing at life's absurdities, you remind yourself and others that even the toughest situations have moments of light. This optimism is contagious, inspiring those around you to adopt a more positive outlook. Another benefit of humor is its ability to foster creativity. Finding humor in a situation requires you to think outside the box, reframing challenges in unexpected ways. This kind of creative thinking not only diffuses negativity, but also opens the door to innovative solutions. By approaching problems with humor and curiosity, you demonstrate adaptability and resourcefulness, qualities that naturally attract admiration. Humor is also a form of self-care. Laughter has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and even boost physical health. When you use humor to navigate negativity, you're not just protecting your emotional well-being, you're enhancing your overall resilience. This self-care extends to those around you, as your lightheartedness creates an atmosphere of positivity that benefits everyone. One of the most profound aspects of humor is its ability to create lasting memories. Moments of shared laughter often leave a deeper impression than words or actions alone. When you use humor to uplift others, you create experiences that are remembered and cherished. These memories become part of your legacy, a testament to your ability to bring joy and connection to those around you. Humor also challenges us to embrace vulnerability. Making a joke or sharing a funny story often involves exposing a part of yourself, whether it's your quirks, mistakes, or unique perspective. This vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a strength that invites others to connect with you on a deeper level. By showing that you don't take yourself too seriously, you create an environment where others feel safe to be themselves. Incorporating humor into your life also requires practice. It's not about forcing jokes or trying to be the center of attention, but about cultivating a mindset that looks for light even in the darkest moments. This practice starts small, smiling at a stranger, finding joy in everyday mishaps, or sharing a laugh with a friend. Over time, it becomes a natural part of how you navigate the world, enriching both your life and the lives of those around you. Using humor as a shield against negativity doesn't mean avoiding serious issues or pretending everything is fine. It's about balancing realism with optimism, addressing challenges while refusing to let them define your spirit. This balance creates a sense of grounded positivity that is both inspiring and empowering. It shows that you can face life's difficulties with courage and grace, all while maintaining a sense of joy. The transformative power of humor lies in its ability to turn adversity into opportunity. Whether diffusing tension, building connections, or protecting your peace, humor offers a path forward that is both light and impactful. It's a quiet strength that speaks volumes, earning admiration without the need for confrontation or force. In using humor as a shield, you not only protect yourself, but also create a ripple effect of positivity that touches everyone you encounter. Humor offers a light-hearted resilience that protects against negativity, but the deepest strength comes from something more profound: non-attachment. Rooted in Stoic philosophy, non-attachment is the ability to release your grip on control and outcomes, freeing yourself from the turmoil that arises when things don't go as planned. This is not about detachment from life or apathy. It's about engaging fully while accepting that some things are beyond your influence. Non-attachment inspires a calm authority that radiates strength and peace, earning respect without the need for dominance. At its core, non-attachment begins with understanding what is within your control and what is not. This principle, central to Stoic thought, teaches that our actions, choices, and responses are ours to command, while the outcomes and external circumstances remain uncertain. Letting go of the illusion of control over external events removes the pressure to force results, allowing you to focus entirely on what you can influence. This clarity creates a sense of liberation, as you no longer expend energy trying to control the uncontrollable. Non-attachment fosters emotional stability. When you tie your happiness or self-worth to outcomes, you become vulnerable to disappointment and frustration. By releasing these attachments, you free yourself from the emotional highs and lows that come with external dependencies. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop allowing outcomes to dictate your inner state. You approach life with a steady calm, knowing that your worth is not tied to success or failure. Letting go of control also reduces anxiety. Much of our stress comes from worrying about things we cannot change, from the opinions of others to the unpredictability of circumstances. Non-attachment shifts your focus from what might happen to what you can do in the present moment. This shift not only brings peace, but also enhances your effectiveness as you channel your energy into actions that truly matter. Non-attachment cultivates patience. When you are no longer fixated on immediate results, you develop the ability to wait with grace. This patience allows you to navigate challenges with a sense of trust and resilience, knowing that outcomes will unfold as they will. This kind of calm authority inspires confidence in those around you, as they see your steadiness in the face of uncertainty. Releasing attachment also deepens your relationships. Clinging to specific expectations in your interactions often leads to disappointment and conflict. Non-attachment allows you to engage with others authentically, without the need to control their responses or actions. This openness creates space for genuine connection, as both parties feel free to be themselves without the pressure of meeting rigid expectations. Non-attachment strengthens your ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and clinging to specific plans or outcomes can leave you feeling unmoored when things don't go as expected. By embracing the flow of events, you become more flexible and resourceful. This adaptability not only enhances your problem-solving skills, but also reinforces your sense of inner stability as you learn to thrive in any circumstance. The practice of non-attachment requires mindfulness. Staying present helps you recognize when you're becoming overly attached to an outcome or idea. This awareness allows you to step back and realign with the principle of focusing on what you can control. By grounding yourself in the present, you cultivate a sense of peace that transcends external chaos. Non-attachment also involves redefining success. Instead of measuring it by outcomes, you focus on the effort and intention behind your actions. This shift ensures that your sense of accomplishment remains within your control, regardless of external results. It transforms your perspective, allowing you to celebrate the process rather than fixating on the destination. Practicing gratitude enhances non-attachment. By appreciating what you have rather than longing for what you lack, you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude reinforces the understanding that joy and fulfillment come from within, not from external achievements or possessions. This mindset fosters contentment, freeing you from the constant pursuit of more. Non-attachment also teaches humility. Letting go of control requires acknowledging that you don't have all the answers and that the universe operates beyond your understanding. This humility fosters a sense of awe and acceptance, allowing you to approach life with curiosity rather than resistance. It also deepens your connection to others as you recognize that everyone is navigating their own journey in a world of uncertainties. Resilience grows from non-attachment. When you are no longer tied to specific outcomes, setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than sources of despair. You learn to view challenges as part of the process, trusting that each experience contributes to your development. This resilience becomes a quiet strength that others admire, as they see your ability to weather storms without losing your footing. Non-attachment enhances creativity. By letting go of rigid expectations, you create space for new ideas and perspectives to emerge. This openness allows you to approach problems with curiosity and innovation, finding solutions that might have been obscured by a narrow focus on specific outcomes. This creative flexibility not only enriches your own life, but also inspires those around you. Letting go of control fosters a sense of freedom. When you release the need to micromanage every aspect of your life, you open yourself to the spontaneity and beauty of the present moment. This freedom allows you to engage with life more fully, savoring experiences without the burden of constant evaluation or comparison. It's a way of being that invites joy and authenticity into every interaction. Non-attachment also builds self-trust. When you stop relying on external validation or outcomes to define your worth, you turn inward to find your sense of stability. This self-reliance strengthens your confidence and independence as you learn to navigate life's uncertainties with grace. It's a trust that says, no matter what happens, I will be okay, and that trust radiates as calm authority. The practice of non-attachment requires intention and discipline. It's not a one-time decision, but an ongoing process of letting go, realigning, and refocusing. Each moment offers an opportunity to practice, whether by releasing a grudge, accepting a delay, or stepping back from an argument. Over time, these small acts of non-attachment accumulate, transforming how you experience the world and how the world experiences you. Non-attachment is not about disengagement. It's about engaging fully without losing yourself in the outcome. It's a way of living that honors both effort and surrender, recognizing that true peace comes not from controlling life, but from flowing with it. This balance of action and acceptance creates a calm authority that inspires others, showing them the strength that comes from letting go. In embracing non-attachment, you discover a profound freedom and clarity that empowers you to navigate life with purpose and peace. It's a quiet power that doesn't seek attention, but naturally earns admiration, as it reflects an unshakable inner stability that resonates deeply with everyone you encounter. Letting go of control through non-attachment creates an undeniable peace within, but it is the quiet confidence born from that peace that truly draws others in. This kind of confidence is not boastful or loud. It does not seek to overshadow others or demand recognition. Instead, it is a steady, understated assurance that radiates strength and self-respect. It has a magnetic effect, pulling people closer without effort, fostering admiration without words. Quiet confidence begins with self-awareness. Understanding your strengths and accepting your imperfections creates a foundation of authenticity that others naturally respect. You don't need to pretend to be something you're not, because your value doesn't come from external validation. This self-awareness gives you the freedom to focus on what truly matters, allowing your energy to be directed toward meaningful pursuits rather than seeking approval. True confidence is grounded in competence. Mastery over your own abilities builds a sense of trust in yourself. This is not about being the best at everything, but about knowing that you can rely on yourself to face challenges and adapt as needed. Quiet confidence is cultivated through small, consistent efforts that build skill and resilience. Each success, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in your abilities and strengthens your inner foundation. Another aspect of quiet confidence is humility. Unlike arrogance, which seeks to elevate oneself at the expense of others, humility allows you to acknowledge your strengths without dismissing the contributions of those around you. Humility invites collaboration and respect because it shows that you value growth over ego. This balance of self-assurance and openness creates an approachable yet commanding presence that draws others in. Quiet confidence is also reflected in your ability to remain composed under pressure. When faced with challenges, your calm demeanor signals to others that you are in control. This composure doesn't mean you are immune to stress. Rather, it shows that you have the tools to manage it effectively. People are naturally drawn to those who can maintain clarity and steadiness in turbulent times, as it offers reassurance and stability. Listening is a subtle yet powerful expression of confidence. Those who are truly self-assured don't feel the need to dominate conversations or prove their worth through words. Instead, they listen attentively, creating space for others to express themselves. This kind of presence makes people feel valued and respected, which in turn fosters trust and admiration. Confidence also manifests in the way you carry yourself. Posture, eye contact, and the way you move all communicate your level of self-assurance. Standing tall, maintaining steady eye contact, and moving with purpose send a message of confidence without the need for words. These non-verbal cues create a powerful first impression, setting the tone for how others perceive and interact with you. The magnetic effect of quiet confidence also lies in its ability to inspire others. When people see you navigate life with grace and assurance, they are encouraged to reflect on their own potential. Your confidence becomes a silent invitation, for others to step into their own strength, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment. This impact goes beyond admiration. It creates a legacy of inspiration. True confidence is rooted in authenticity. Trying to imitate someone else's version of confidence often comes across as insincere, while embracing your unique qualities allows your true self to shine. This authenticity creates deeper connections because people are drawn to those who are genuine. It also reinforces your own sense of worth, as you no longer feel the need to compare or compete. Boundaries are another key aspect of quiet confidence. Knowing when to say no and protecting your time and energy are acts of self-respect. These boundaries signal to others that you value yourself and your priorities. People are often drawn to those who can assert their needs without aggression, as it demonstrates strength and clarity of purpose. Resilience plays a significant role in cultivating quiet confidence. Life's challenges test your ability to adapt and persevere. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you build a reservoir of inner strength that reinforces your confidence. This resilience isn't about never failing, but about knowing that failure is just another step toward growth. The ability to rise after setbacks is a testament to your character, and it inspires others to do the same. Quiet confidence also involves taking responsibility for your actions. Owning your mistakes and learning from them shows that you are secure in yourself. This accountability builds trust because it demonstrates integrity. People admire those who can admit when they're wrong and take steps to make things right, as it shows maturity and strength of character. The power of quiet confidence is amplified by gratitude. Appreciating what you have and acknowledging the contributions of others creates a positive energy that draws people in. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, reinforcing your sense of self-worth and enhancing your interactions. This mindset not only fosters personal contentment, but also strengthens your relationships. Confidence also requires courage. It's not about never feeling fear, but about moving forward despite it. Whether it's speaking up for yourself, pursuing a challenging goal, or stepping out of your comfort zone, each act of courage reinforces your belief in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This courage, combined with humility, creates a balanced confidence that is both inspiring and approachable. Another hallmark of quiet confidence is consistency. People admire those who show up the same way, regardless of circumstances. Consistency demonstrates reliability and integrity, qualities that build trust and admiration over time. When others know they can count on you to remain steady and authentic, they are naturally drawn to your presence. Quiet confidence also involves a sense of purpose. When you are clear about your values and goals, your actions align with your intentions. This alignment creates a sense of fulfillment and clarity that others can feel. A purposeful life not only strengthens your confidence, but also inspires others to seek their own sense of direction. The magnetic effect of quiet confidence is not about seeking attention, but about embodying a calm, steady strength that speaks for itself. It's a reflection of inner peace, resilience, and authenticity that resonates deeply with those around you. This confidence doesn't demand admiration, it earns it naturally, creating connections that are rooted in respect and mutual appreciation. By cultivating this quiet power, you not only enhance your own life, but also inspire those around you to embrace their own strength. Quiet confidence is a beacon of strength that inspires admiration without needing to demand it. But its true depth is revealed through thoughtful action. Words often lose their weight without the actions to back them up. When you act deliberately and with intention, your choices speak louder than anything you could say. Reflective action is a language of its own, one that communicates integrity, wisdom, and authenticity. It requires restraint, patience, and the courage to choose substance over noise, building respect and admiration in ways that impulsive words never can. Reflective action begins with awareness. Every action, no matter how small, carries meaning. By pausing to consider the impact of your choices, you demonstrate thoughtfulness and a commitment to living with purpose. This pause is not hesitation, it's a sign of clarity and control. It allows you to align your actions with your values, ensuring that what you do reflects who you are at your core. Acting thoughtfully also creates trust. People admire those who take the time to evaluate their decisions and follow through with integrity. When your actions consistently align with your words, you become someone others can rely on. Trust is built not by grand gestures, but by the quiet consistency of doing what you say you will do. This reliability becomes a cornerstone of your relationships and reputation. Reflective action also teaches patience. In a world driven by instant gratification, the ability to pause and consider your response is a rare and admirable quality. Patience allows you to see situations from multiple perspectives, deepening your understanding and enabling you to make decisions that are not only effective, but also considerate. This deliberation shows that you value thoughtfulness over speed, which often leads to more meaningful outcomes. By choosing action over impulsive words, you communicate with clarity and intention. Words spoken in haste often create confusion or conflict, whereas actions rooted in reflection leave little room for misinterpretation. Thoughtful actions are a form of unspoken communication that resonate deeply with others. They show rather than tell, creating a sense of authenticity and purpose that words alone cannot achieve. Reflective action also fosters accountability. When you act thoughtfully, you take ownership of your choices, knowing they are intentional and aligned with your values. This accountability builds respect because it demonstrates maturity and responsibility. People admire those who take their commitments seriously and follow through with deliberate effort. Another strength of reflective action is its ability to inspire. When others see you navigate life with intention and purpose, they are encouraged to do the same. Your actions become a model for how to approach challenges and opportunities with wisdom and care. This influence is subtle yet powerful, as it shows that true leadership comes not from words, but from the quiet example of thoughtful action. Thoughtful action requires emotional intelligence. It involves recognizing your feelings and the emotions of others, allowing you to respond in ways that foster understanding rather than division. This awareness helps you navigate complex situations with grace, as you consider the impact of your actions on everyone involved. Emotional intelligence transforms reactive behavior into deliberate, meaningful responses, earning respect and admiration in the process. By prioritizing reflective action, you also cultivate resilience. Impulsive reactions often lead to regret or unintended consequences, whereas thoughtful actions create a sense of control and confidence. This deliberate approach allows you to learn from challenges and adapt to changing circumstances without losing sight of your values. Resilience born from reflective action is a quiet strength that others can't help but admire. Reflective action also enhances your ability to solve problems. By stepping back and considering all aspects of a situation, you gain clarity and insight that might otherwise be overlooked. This thoughtful approach often leads to innovative solutions and creative outcomes, as it allows you to approach challenges with an open mind and a clear focus. People respect those who can find effective answers through careful deliberation rather than rushed decisions. Thoughtful action is deeply connected to humility. It requires acknowledging that you don't have all the answers and taking the time to seek input, reflect, and learn. This humility creates space for growth and shows that you value wisdom over ego. Humility paired with deliberate action is a powerful combination, as it demonstrates both self-awareness and a commitment to continuous improvement. Reflective action is also a way of respecting others. By considering how your choices affect those around you, you show empathy and care. This consideration fosters deeper connections and creates an environment of mutual respect. People are drawn to those who think beyond themselves and act in ways that uplift and support others. Thoughtful action encourages you to live with intention. When you act deliberately, you ensure that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. This focus not only enhances your sense of fulfillment, but also inspires others to pursue their goals with the same level of dedication. Living with intention creates a ripple effect, as your actions encourage others to reflect on their own choices and priorities. Choosing reflective action over impulsive words also strengthens your credibility. Words can be fleeting and easily forgotten, but actions leave a lasting impression. When people see you consistently act with thoughtfulness and integrity, they come to view you as someone who is trustworthy and reliable. This credibility becomes a powerful asset in both personal and professional relationships. Reflective action is also a practice of mindfulness. It requires you to be present, fully engaged with the task or decision at hand. This presence not only enhances the quality of your actions, but also brings a sense of peace and clarity to your life. Mindful action creates a sense of alignment between your thoughts, words, and deeds, which naturally earns respect and admiration. Thoughtful action is also a form of self-expression. It allows you to communicate your values, priorities, and intentions without the need for elaborate explanations. Each action becomes a statement of who you are and what you stand for. This authenticity creates a sense of connection and trust, as people see that your actions speak louder than your words. The power of reflective action lies in its ability to create lasting impact. While words may be forgotten, actions leave a tangible legacy. Each choice you make contributes to the story of your life, shaping how you are remembered and the influence you have on others. Reflective action ensures that this legacy is one of integrity, wisdom, and care. By cultivating the habit of acting thoughtfully, you transform how you navigate the world. You become someone whose presence is felt not through noise, but through the quiet strength of deliberate action. This kind of leadership doesn't demand attention, it commands respect. It shows that true power lies not in what you say, but in what you do, creating a life that is both meaningful and deeply admired. Thoughtful actions over impulsive words show the power of integrity in practice. Yet, what elevates this further is humility, an attribute so quiet and unassuming that its strength often goes unnoticed, yet its impact is profound. Humility, rooted in Stoic principles, does not seek validation, nor does it diminish one's worth. It stands as a quiet confidence that leads by example, inspiring others through actions rather than declarations. In a world filled with noise, humble leadership becomes a powerful force that naturally earns respect and admiration. True humility begins with self-awareness. It is the ability to see oneself clearly, acknowledging both strengths and limitations without exaggeration or self-deprecation. This balanced perspective allows you to remain grounded, avoiding the pitfalls of arrogance or false modesty. When you know your value without feeling the need to announce it, others sense your authenticity and are drawn to your quiet strength. Humility is closely tied to the Stoic understanding of control. Much of what inflates ego stems from trying to control how others perceive you. Letting go of this need frees you to focus on what truly matters, your character and actions. Humble individuals prioritize living in alignment with their values over seeking recognition. This prioritization naturally earns respect because it demonstrates clarity of purpose and integrity. Leading by example is the essence of Stoic humility. It is not about telling others what to do or how to be, but showing them through your own behavior. When you embody the principles you value, whether kindness, patience, or diligence, you inspire others without saying a word. This form of leadership is compelling because it speaks to the heart. People are more likely to follow someone who lives their ideals than someone who merely preaches them. Humility also involves listening with intention. While ego seeks to dominate conversations, humility creates space for others to share their thoughts and feelings. This active listening fosters deeper connections and shows that you value the perspectives of others. It's a subtle yet powerful way to lead because it creates an environment where people feel seen and heard, building trust and respect. Restraint is another hallmark of humility. In moments of conflict or challenge, the ego often pushes to prove a point or assert dominance. Humility, however, chooses restraint, understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. This doesn't mean avoiding confrontation when necessary, but approaching it with thoughtfulness and care. Restraint shows strength because it demonstrates control over one's impulses, a quality that inspires admiration. Gratitude is a foundational aspect of humility. Recognizing that much of what you achieve is supported by others, whether through opportunities, guidance, or collaboration, keeps you grounded. Gratitude shifts the focus from self-centered achievements to the collective effort that makes them possible. Expressing this gratitude, even in small ways, creates a ripple effect of positivity and reinforces the bonds of mutual respect. Humility also thrives on curiosity. While ego assumes it knows everything, humility remains open to learning. This openness not only fosters personal growth, but also invites others to share their knowledge and insights. By embracing a mindset of continuous learning, you show that growth is more important than appearing infallible. This approach not only enhances your understanding, but also encourages others to adopt the same attitude. Acknowledging mistakes is a powerful expression of humility. It takes courage to admit when you are wrong, especially in a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness. However, owning your mistakes demonstrates integrity and self-awareness, qualities that earn respect. It also sets an example, showing that true strength lies in the willingness to learn and improve, rather than in maintaining an illusion of perfection. Humility encourages collaboration over competition. While ego seeks to outshine others, humility values teamwork and shared success. By lifting others up rather than pushing them down, you create an atmosphere of cooperation and mutual support. This approach not only strengthens relationships, but also leads to greater achievements, as collective effort often surpasses individual ambition. A humble leader does not shy away from responsibility, but approaches it with a sense of service. They see leadership not as a platform for personal gain, but as an opportunity to uplift others. This perspective creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond external rewards. When people see that your actions are motivated by service rather than self-interest, they are inspired to follow your example. Patience is another virtue tied to humility. The ego often demands immediate results or recognition, but humility understands the value of time. It recognizes that true progress and meaningful impact often require sustained effort and perseverance. This patience, combined with quiet diligence, builds a legacy of consistent, admirable actions that speak louder than any boastful words. Humility also fosters resilience. When you are not preoccupied with maintaining an image or protecting your ego, you can face challenges and setbacks with greater ease. You understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of growth. This perspective allows you to learn from adversity and continue moving forward, inspiring others with your grace under pressure. Living with humility requires a strong sense of purpose. When your actions are guided by clear values and intentions, there is no need for external validation. This clarity allows you to focus on what truly matters, letting go of distractions and ego-driven pursuits. Purpose-driven humility creates a sense of peace and direction that others find magnetic. Humility is also deeply connected to kindness. While ego often seeks to elevate itself above others, humility recognizes the inherent value in everyone. This recognition leads to acts of compassion and generosity that strengthen connections and build trust. Kindness born from humility is genuine and unselfish, making it all the more impactful. By practicing humility, you also cultivate inner freedom. Letting go of the need to prove yourself liberates you from the constant pressure of comparison and competition. This freedom allows you to engage with life more fully, savoring experiences and relationships without the burden of ego. It creates a sense of contentment that radiates outward, drawing others to your quiet confidence and authenticity. Humility is not about diminishing your worth, but about understanding it in the context of a greater whole. It is a quiet strength that allows you to lead with integrity, inspire through example, and connect with others on a deeper level. In embracing humility, you not only enrich your own life, but also create a legacy of respect and admiration that speaks louder than any words ever could. Humility speaks volumes through quiet actions, and one of its most powerful expressions is the ability to listen. In a world where everyone seems eager to speak, the art of listening without interruption stands out as a rare and admirable quality. Listening attentively is not just about hearing words, it is about understanding, connecting, and respecting the person speaking. It's an act of generosity, patience, and empathy that creates deeper relationships and fosters trust without the need for elaborate gestures or words. Listening without interruption begins with presence. When you give someone your full attention, you show that their words matter. This presence is not just physical, but mental and emotional. It means putting aside distractions, both external and internal, and focusing entirely on the person in front of you. This act of presence communicates respect and validation, making the other person feel seen and heard in a way that is deeply affirming. True listening requires patience. Conversations often bring moments of discomfort, pauses, or ideas you might not immediately agree with. Patience allows you to hold space for the speaker, letting them express their thoughts fully without rushing to fill the silence or inject your own perspective. This patience creates an environment of trust where people feel safe to share openly, knowing they won't be interrupted or judged. When you listen attentively, you also pick up on nuances beyond the words being spoken. Tone, pacing, and body language reveal layers of meaning that go unnoticed in hurried or surface-level interactions. By attuning yourself to these subtleties, you deepen your understanding of the person's feelings and intentions. This level of attention demonstrates care and builds a connection that goes far beyond the exchange of words. Listening without interruption fosters clarity. Often people need space to articulate their thoughts and feelings. Interruptions can derail their train of thought, leaving important ideas unsaid or misunderstood. Allowing someone the time to fully express themselves ensures that you grasp their message in its entirety, reducing misunderstandings and enhancing the quality of your communication. The act of listening is also a reflection of humility. It requires setting aside your own ego and resisting the urge to dominate the conversation or redirect it toward your experiences. This humility makes room for the other person's voice, showing that you value their perspective as much as your own. In doing so, you create a balance that strengthens mutual respect and connection. Listening deeply also cultivates empathy. By immersing yourself in the speaker's experience, you begin to see the world through their eyes. This understanding builds bridges between differences, fostering a sense of unity and shared humanity. Empathy is one of the most powerful outcomes of attentive listening, as it allows you to connect with others on an emotional level that words alone cannot achieve. This level of listening also enhances your ability to respond thoughtfully. When you fully understand what someone is saying, your responses become more meaningful and relevant. Instead of offering generic advice or opinions, you can address their specific needs and concerns. This kind of response not only validates the speaker, but also demonstrates your commitment to the conversation. By listening without interruption, you also create space for reflection. Many times, people find clarity simply by articulating their thoughts aloud. Your attentive presence becomes a mirror that helps them process their emotions and ideas. This reflective space is a gift, allowing them to discover their own solutions and insights while feeling supported by your understanding. Listening also builds credibility. When people see that you are genuinely interested in their thoughts and feelings, they come to view you as trustworthy and dependable. This trust becomes the foundation of deeper relationships, both personal and professional. Credibility earned through attentive listening often leads to greater influence, as people naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel valued and understood. The act of listening can also defuse tension. In moments of conflict or disagreement, listening without interruption can de-escalate emotions and open the door to resolution. When someone feels heard, they are less likely to become defensive or combative. Instead, they are more willing to engage in constructive dialogue, leading to outcomes that strengthen rather than strain the relationship. Listening without interruption also enhances your self-awareness. By focusing entirely on the speaker, you become more attuned to your own reactions and biases. This awareness allows you to approach conversations with greater mindfulness, ensuring that your responses are aligned with your intentions. Self-awareness cultivated through listening not only improves your communication, but also deepens your understanding of yourself and others. Attentive listening is an act of generosity. It requires giving your time, energy, and focus to another person without expecting anything in return. This selflessness creates a sense of goodwill and appreciation, reinforcing the bonds of trust and respect. Generosity through listening is often more impactful than grand gestures, as it addresses a fundamental human need, the need to be heard. The practice of listening without interruption also enhances your ability to learn. Every conversation is an opportunity to gain new insights and perspectives. By approaching each interaction with curiosity and openness, you expand your understanding of the world and the people in it. This continuous learning enriches your life and equips you with the wisdom to navigate diverse situations with grace. Listening attentively also sets a powerful example. In a society that often prioritizes speaking over listening, your ability to focus on others becomes a model for meaningful communication. This example inspires those around you to adopt the same practice, creating a ripple effect that elevates the quality of interactions within your circles. The wisdom of listening lies in its simplicity. It does not require elaborate techniques or special skills, only the willingness to be present, patient, and attentive. Yet its impact is profound, transforming relationships and fostering a sense of connection that transcends words. By embracing this practice, you create an environment where respect, understanding, and trust can flourish. Listening without interruption is not just an act of communication. It's an expression of care, humility, and humanity. Listening deeply creates connections that transcend words, building trust and understanding. Yet, the challenges of life often demand something even more profound: resilience through acceptance. The ability to face life's trials with grace and composure sends a message more powerful than any words can convey. Acceptance is not about giving up or resigning to circumstances. It is about recognizing the reality of a situation and choosing to respond with strength and wisdom. This quiet resilience inspires others, demonstrating that even in adversity, there is room for dignity and growth. Resilience through acceptance begins with understanding that life is inherently unpredictable. Control is often an illusion, and clinging to it only creates frustration. When you accept this truth, you release yourself from the futile struggle to force outcomes. Instead, you focus on navigating challenges with clarity and composure. This shift in perspective not only brings inner peace, but also sets an example of strength that others naturally admire. Acceptance fosters a sense of inner stability. When you stop resisting reality, you create space for clarity and action. Resisting challenges often drains energy, leaving little room for solutions. Acceptance, on the other hand, allows you to channel your efforts into what you can influence, demonstrating a calm authority that others respect. This stability becomes a source of reassurance for those around you, inspiring them to adopt a similar approach. Facing challenges with acceptance also enhances adaptability. Life rarely unfolds as planned, and the ability to adjust to new circumstances is a hallmark of resilience. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means embracing change as an opportunity for growth. This adaptability shows others that flexibility is not a weakness, but a strength, one that allows you to thrive even in uncertain conditions. Acceptance is deeply tied to emotional intelligence. By acknowledging your feelings and allowing yourself to process them without judgment, you build the capacity to respond rather than react. This emotional awareness helps you maintain composure even in difficult situations. It shows others that emotions, while valid, do not have to dictate your actions. This balance of feeling and control is a powerful example of grace under pressure. Resilience through acceptance also involves a deep trust in yourself. When you accept a situation, you affirm your ability to handle it. This self-trust empowers you to face challenges with confidence, knowing that you have the strength to navigate whatever comes your way. This quiet assurance is both inspiring and contagious, encouraging others to find their own resilience. Acceptance teaches the value of patience. Many challenges cannot be resolved immediately, and rushing to fix them often creates more complications. Patience allows you to sit with uncertainty and take thoughtful steps forward. This willingness to wait with grace demonstrates a profound inner strength, showing others that resilience is not about quick fixes, but about enduring with dignity. By accepting challenges, you also cultivate gratitude. When you let go of what you cannot change, you begin to appreciate what remains. This gratitude shifts your focus from loss to abundance, fostering a sense of contentment even in adversity. This attitude is not only uplifting for you, but also for those around you, as it shows that even in difficult times, there is much to be thankful for. Acceptance enhances your problem-solving skills. When you acknowledge reality without denial or resistance, you gain a clearer understanding of the situation. This clarity allows you to identify practical solutions and take effective action. People are drawn to this kind of level-headedness as it demonstrates both intelligence and composure. Resilience through acceptance also requires humility. It involves recognizing that you don't have all the answers and being open to learning from the situation. This humility creates space for growth and self-improvement, showing others that challenges are not setbacks, but stepping stones. This perspective is deeply inspiring, as it reframes adversity as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. By facing challenges with acceptance, you also strengthen your relationships. Acceptance fosters empathy, as it allows you to understand and validate the experiences of others. This empathy creates deeper connections, as people feel supported rather than judged. Your ability to accept and navigate your own challenges becomes a source of strength for those who look to you for guidance. Resilience through acceptance also builds credibility. When you face adversity with grace, people recognize your ability to handle life's complexities with wisdom and strength. This credibility enhances your influence, as others trust your judgment and seek your perspective. Quiet resilience speaks louder than any words, creating a lasting impact on those around you. Acceptance teaches you to focus on the present moment. Worrying about the past or future often clouds your ability to respond effectively to challenges. By grounding yourself in the present, you approach each situation with clarity and intention. This mindfulness not only enhances your resilience, but also inspires others to find calm in the midst of chaos. Resilience through acceptance also involves letting go of perfectionism. Challenges rarely unfold in neat, predictable ways, and striving for perfection only adds unnecessary pressure. Acceptance allows you to embrace imperfection and adapt to reality, demonstrating that progress is more important than perfection. This perspective encourages others to approach their own challenges with compassion and flexibility. Acceptance strengthens your ability to persevere. By acknowledging the difficulty of a situation without letting it defeat you, you build the determination to keep moving forward. This perseverance is not about ignoring pain or struggle, but about finding meaning and purpose within it. This kind of resilience inspires others to face their own challenges with courage and hope. By embracing acceptance, you also cultivate a sense of peace. When you stop fighting against reality, you create room for inner calm. This peace is not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of stability within it. This tranquility becomes a source of inspiration for others, showing that resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about finding balance within them. Resilience through acceptance ultimately transforms how you experience life. It teaches you to approach challenges not with fear or resistance, but with curiosity and courage. This perspective not only strengthens your own character, but also inspires those around you to see adversity as an opportunity for growth. Acceptance is not a passive surrender. It is an active choice to face life with grace, wisdom, and strength. In doing so, you model a quiet resilience that speaks volumes, leaving a legacy of courage and inspiration. Facing challenges with grace and resilience teaches profound lessons in strength, but the foundation of such strength lies in living authentically. Authenticity is not about perfection or following societal norms. It's about embracing who you are at your core and aligning your actions with your values. It requires courage to live without seeking approval from others. Yet this unwavering commitment to self-honesty is what silently inspires those around you. Authenticity, rooted in integrity, is a beacon of truth that draws admiration without effort. Living authentically begins with self-awareness. To truly align with your values, you must first understand them. This requires looking inward, reflecting on what matters most, and identifying the principles that guide your decisions. Authenticity flourishes when you are clear about who you are and what you stand for. This clarity helps you navigate life's complexities with confidence, as you no longer feel the need to conform to others' expectations. Staying true to your values involves consistency. Living authentically means acting in alignment with your beliefs, regardless of external pressures. This consistency builds trust, as people see that your actions are not influenced by fleeting trends or the opinions of others. Trust, born from authenticity, creates meaningful connections and fosters respect. Authenticity also involves vulnerability. Being true to yourself means acknowledging your imperfections and embracing them as part of your humanity. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your courage. When you allow yourself to be seen as you truly are, you create space for others to do the same. This openness strengthens relationships and inspires those around you to embrace their own authenticity. Living authentically without seeking approval requires resilience. The need for validation often stems from fear of rejection, judgment, or failure. Letting go of this need means accepting that not everyone will understand or agree with your choices. This acceptance frees you to live with integrity, showing others that self-worth comes from within, not from external validation. Authenticity is deeply tied to courage. It takes courage to stand firm in your beliefs, especially when they go against the grain. This courage is not about defiance or rebellion, but about quiet confidence in your truth. People are drawn to this strength because it demonstrates integrity and inspires them to honor their own convictions. Living authentically also means embracing your individuality. In a world that often promotes conformity, authenticity celebrates uniqueness. By staying true to yourself, you show that it's okay to be different, encouraging others to do the same. This celebration of individuality creates a ripple effect, fostering a culture of acceptance and inclusivity. Authenticity fosters inner peace. When your actions align with your values, you eliminate the internal conflict that comes from trying to please others. This alignment creates a sense of harmony and self-acceptance, which radiates outward. People are naturally drawn to this peace, as it reflects a deep sense of contentment and confidence. Living authentically requires letting go of comparisons. Seeking approval often stems from comparing yourself to others, but authenticity recognizes that everyone's journey is unique. By focusing on your own path, you free yourself from the pressure to measure up to others' standards. This freedom allows you to live more fully and inspire others to do the same. Authenticity also involves setting boundaries. Staying true to your values often means saying no to situations or relationships that don't align with them. This can be challenging, especially when approval is at stake, but it is an essential part of living with integrity. Boundaries protect your authenticity and show others that self-respect is non-negotiable. Living authentically cultivates confidence. When you no longer rely on others' approval to validate your worth, you develop a quiet self-assurance. This confidence is not about arrogance, but about trusting yourself and your choices. It's a strength that inspires admiration because it reflects an inner stability that cannot be shaken by external opinions. Authenticity is also a form of leadership. By living true to your values, you set an example for others to follow. This leadership is not about telling people what to do, but about showing them what is possible when you live with integrity. It's a quiet yet powerful influence that encourages others to align with their own truth. Living authentically requires mindfulness. It's easy to be swayed by the noise of the world, but mindfulness helps you stay grounded in your values. By remaining present and aware, you can navigate life's distractions without losing sight of what matters most. This focus not only strengthens your authenticity, but also inspires those around you to find their own center. Authenticity also teaches humility. Living true to your values doesn't mean assuming you are always right. It means being open to growth and learning. Humility allows you to acknowledge your mistakes and adapt without compromising your integrity. This openness makes you relatable and approachable, qualities that draw people to you. By living authentically, you also cultivate gratitude. When you focus on your values rather than seeking approval, you become more appreciative of the relationships and experiences that truly matter. Gratitude reinforces your commitment to authenticity, creating a cycle of positivity and fulfillment that inspires others. Living authentically is not about seeking attention, but about being genuine. It's about aligning your actions with your words and your beliefs with your behavior. This integrity creates a sense of trust and admiration that cannot be forced. It's a quiet strength that speaks volumes, showing others that the most powerful way to inspire is simply to be yourself. By staying true to your values, you create a life of meaning and purpose. Authenticity is not about perfection. It's about embracing your truth and living it boldly. This commitment to self-honesty not only enriches your own life, but also inspires others to discover and honor their own authenticity. In living authentically, you leave a legacy of courage, integrity, and inspiration that transcends words. Living authentically, rooted in your values, creates a life of integrity and quiet inspiration. Yet, the foundation of this authenticity often lies in a deeper framework, a Stoic mindset. This way of thinking, built on principles of clarity, control, and acceptance, speaks volumes without requiring a single word. It is not about preaching philosophy, but about embodying it in daily actions. A Stoic mindset radiates strength, wisdom, and grace in every situation, earning admiration naturally and effortlessly. A Stoic mindset begins with clarity about what is within your control. The distinction between what you can influence and what lies beyond your reach is a cornerstone of Stoicism. By focusing your energy on what you can change and accepting what you cannot, you demonstrate a rare kind of wisdom. This clarity inspires others, as it shows a profound understanding of life's complexities without becoming overwhelmed by them. Control over your emotions is another hallmark of a Stoic mindset. While emotions are natural and inevitable, how you respond to them defines your character. A Stoic does not suppress emotions, but processes them with awareness and chooses actions aligned with their values. This emotional mastery is deeply inspiring, as it reflects a calm strength that remains steady even in challenging times. Acceptance of life's unpredictability is a powerful aspect of Stoic thinking. The ability to embrace change and uncertainty with grace shows resilience and adaptability. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active acknowledgement that some things are beyond control. By demonstrating this kind of composure, you show others that peace is possible even amidst chaos. The Stoic principle of focusing on the present moment is another source of quiet influence. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future often leads to unnecessary stress. By staying rooted in the here and now, you show others the power of presence. This mindfulness not only enhances your own life, but also creates a sense of stability that others find reassuring. Humility is deeply embedded in a Stoic mindset. Recognizing that you are part of a larger whole fosters a sense of gratitude and perspective. This humility allows you to approach life with curiosity and openness, showing others that strength comes from understanding your place in the world, not from asserting dominance over it. Humility inspires trust and respect, as it reflects a balanced and grounded character. Another key aspect of Stoicism is the practice of self-discipline. The ability to act according to your principles rather than being driven by impulses demonstrates an admirable level of self-control. This discipline is not rigid or harsh, but thoughtful and intentional, showing that true freedom lies in the ability to govern oneself. Others are naturally drawn to this kind of inner strength, as it reflects a life lived with purpose. A Stoic mindset also values reflection. Taking the time to examine your thoughts, actions, and experiences fosters growth and self-awareness. This practice of introspection shows others that wisdom is not static, but a journey of continuous learning. By embodying this principle, you inspire those around you to seek their own paths of self-improvement. Kindness and compassion are often overlooked aspects of Stoic philosophy, yet they are integral to its influence. By treating others with respect and empathy, you demonstrate the strength that comes from understanding and caring for others. This quiet kindness creates bonds of trust and admiration, as it shows that Stoicism is not just about self-mastery, but also about contributing positively to the lives of others. The ability to find meaning in adversity is another hallmark of a Stoic mindset. Life's challenges are not seen as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. By approaching difficulties with courage and a sense of purpose, you show others that resilience is possible even in the face of hardship. This perspective inspires hope and strength, encouraging others to face their own challenges with renewed determination. Equanimity, the ability to remain calm and balanced regardless of external circumstances, is a defining quality of Stoicism. This inner peace does not mean detachment or indifference, but a profound acceptance of life as it is. By embodying this serenity, you provide a living example of how to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Others admire and seek to emulate this calmness, as it offers a sense of stability in an often turbulent world. The Stoic focus on virtue as the highest good further amplifies its quiet influence. By prioritizing qualities like honesty, courage, and kindness, you align your life with principles that transcend personal gain. This commitment to virtue is deeply inspiring, as it shows that true fulfillment comes from living in accordance with ethical values, not from external success or recognition. Stoicism also teaches the importance of gratitude. Recognizing the blessings in your life, even amidst challenges, shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. This gratitude not only enriches your own experience, but also inspires those around you to see the good in their lives. Gratitude expressed through actions rather than words creates a ripple effect of positivity and connection. Restraint is another aspect of the Stoic mindset that commands respect. The ability to hold back when tempted to react impulsively demonstrates strength and control. This restraint shows that you are not ruled by external forces, but guided by inner principles. Others admire this kind of self-possession, as it reflects a maturity and wisdom that is rare and valuable. By embodying Stoic principles, you also cultivate a sense of purpose. Living intentionally, guided by your values, creates a life of meaning and direction. This purposefulness is deeply inspiring, as it shows that fulfillment comes not from chasing fleeting pleasures, but from aligning your actions with a greater good. This sense of purpose draws others in, encouraging them to reflect on their own paths. The quiet influence of a Stoic mindset lies in its authenticity. It does not seek to impress or persuade, but simply exists as a living example of integrity and wisdom. This authenticity creates a natural admiration, as people are drawn to the strength and peace that radiates from within. By embodying Stoic principles, you not only enhance your own life, but also inspire others to embrace a life of purpose, resilience, and grace. A Stoic mindset fosters clarity and integrity, helping us navigate life with wisdom and peace. Yet, not everyone we encounter shares these virtues. In life, some people operate with malicious intent, manipulating and harming others for personal gain. Recognizing such individuals is crucial, not just to protect yourself, but to maintain the peace and authenticity cultivated through Stoicism. While Stoic philosophy teaches resilience and forgiveness, it also emphasizes discernment, urging us to distance ourselves from those whose actions disrupt harmony and values. One of the most evident signs of a harmful individual is their consistent disregard for boundaries. These individuals often intrude on your physical, emotional, or mental space without respect or consideration. They test your limits to see how much they can exploit your kindness or patience. Stoicism teaches the importance of setting firm boundaries to preserve inner peace. Recognizing someone who repeatedly crosses these lines is the first step in safeguarding your mental and emotional well-being. Another trait of such individuals is their tendency to manipulate others. Manipulators are skilled at twisting words and situations to serve their agendas, often leaving others confused or doubting themselves. Stoic wisdom calls for clarity of thought and grounding in truth, which can help you see through these tactics. A manipulative person thrives on creating chaos, but your ability to remain calm and focused diminishes their influence, allowing you to make clear decisions. Persistent dishonesty is another red flag. Harmful people often rely on lies to cover their tracks, build facades, or control narratives. Their untruthfulness can erode trust and create an environment of uncertainty. As Stoics, valuing truth is central to maintaining integrity. Identifying dishonesty and refusing to engage with it preserves your clarity and protects you from being drawn into deceptive schemes. Excessive criticism and blame-shifting are also hallmarks of malicious behavior. These individuals rarely take responsibility for their actions and instead deflect blame onto others. Their words often aim to belittle or demean, chipping away at confidence and self-worth. Stoicism encourages taking responsibility for one's actions and not internalizing unjust criticism. Recognizing these patterns in others allows you to detach emotionally, protecting your peace while resisting their negativity. Harmful people often display a lack of empathy. They show little regard for how their actions impact others, focusing solely on their desires. This indifference can manifest in dismissive attitudes, exploitative behavior, or outright cruelty. A Stoic mindset encourages understanding and compassion, but also recognizes when someone's lack of empathy consistently causes harm. Setting firm boundaries with such individuals ensures their actions do not disrupt your life. Control is another common trait of these individuals. They seek to dominate situations or relationships, often through subtle coercion or outright demands. This behavior diminishes others' autonomy and creates an oppressive environment. Stoic philosophy emphasizes freedom of thought and action, urging you to resist control and assert your independence. Recognizing and addressing controlling behavior is key to maintaining your integrity and agency. Harmful individuals often harbor a sense of entitlement, expecting others to cater to their needs without reciprocation. This entitlement can lead to exploitative relationships where they take without giving, leaving others drained and unfulfilled. Stoicism teaches balance and mutual respect in relationships, highlighting the importance of identifying and addressing such imbalances. Refusing to enable entitlement helps preserve fairness and self-respect. Another sign is their tendency to thrive on conflict. These individuals often create or escalate disputes, drawing others into unnecessary drama. They use conflict as a means to divert attention, assert dominance, or manipulate outcomes. A Stoic approach prioritizes peace and constructive dialogue, making it essential to recognize and avoid unnecessary entanglements with those who perpetuate chaos. Harmful people may also isolate you from support systems. By sowing doubt or mistrust about your friends and family, they aim to create dependence on them alone. Isolation weakens your ability to seek perspective and support, making you more vulnerable to their influence. Stoic wisdom reminds us of the importance of community and shared strength. Recognizing attempts at isolation allows you to maintain connections and safeguard your independence. Jealousy and envy are additional warning signs. These emotions often drive individuals to undermine others, whether through subtle sabotage or overt hostility. Jealousy stems from insecurity, but its impact can be damaging. A Stoic mindset teaches contentment with one's journey, making it easier to recognize and distance yourself from those consumed by envy. Protecting yourself from their toxic influence ensures their negativity does not disrupt your peace. Finally, harmful individuals often lack accountability. They avoid responsibility for their actions, offering excuses or shifting blame instead. This lack of accountability creates an environment of mistrust and instability. Stoicism values accountability as a cornerstone of integrity and growth. Recognizing this trait in others helps you navigate relationships with clarity, ensuring you do not bear the burden of their unresolved issues. Identifying these signs and understanding their implications allows you to protect yourself while maintaining the principles of Stoicism. While it is important to approach all interactions with compassion and understanding, Discernment is key to preserving your peace and values. By recognizing harmful behavior and responding with wisdom, you embody the resilience and clarity that Stoicism encourages, inspiring others through your quiet strength and unwavering integrity. Recognizing harmful behaviors helps protect your peace and uphold your integrity, but there is a deeper layer to Stoic wisdom that reshapes your entire approach to desires and fulfillment. The Stoic principle, intertwined with the law of attraction, reveals that clinging too tightly to what you want often creates resistance and tension, pushing those desires further away. Instead, letting go, not in apathy but with trust, becomes the most profound way to align with the outcomes you seek. This practice requires clarity, patience, and an understanding that true power lies in surrender, not control. Letting go begins with trust in the process of life. Stoicism teaches the art of focusing on effort rather than results. When you act with intention and release the need for a specific outcome, you allow space for things to unfold naturally. This trust is not passive. It's active engagement combined with the wisdom to step back. Letting go is not giving up. It's freeing yourself from the grip of anxiety and impatience, enabling the energy of your desires to flow without obstruction. Desire often intensifies when it's fueled by fear of losing, failing, or not being enough. Letting go involves recognizing these fears and choosing not to let them dictate your actions. Instead of obsessing over how or when something will happen, you focus on the clarity of your intent and the steadiness of your actions. This shift removes the emotional weight of desperation and allows calm confidence to take its place. The act of letting go also fosters resilience. When you release attachment to specific outcomes, you open yourself to multiple possibilities, some of which may exceed your expectations. Clinging to one vision of success can blind you to opportunities that are equally, if not more, fulfilling. By letting go, you strengthen your ability to adapt and grow, showing grace under uncertainty and inspiring those around you with your poise. Letting go is deeply tied to gratitude. When you focus on what you already have, rather than fixating on what's missing, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude amplifies your awareness of the blessings in your life, creating a foundation of contentment. This state of contentment, paradoxically, makes you more receptive to the very things you desire, as your energy is no longer scattered by neediness or discontent. Patience is another integral part of this practice. Trusting that what is meant for you will come in its own time requires letting go of urgency. Patience does not mean passivity. It means aligning your actions with the natural flow of life rather than forcing outcomes. This patience brings peace and clarity, allowing you to make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than haste. The art of letting go also teaches humility. When you release the illusion of control, you acknowledge that there are forces at work beyond your understanding. This humility does not diminish your power. It enhances it by aligning you with the rhythm of the universe. Accepting your place within this greater flow creates a sense of harmony that draws others to your presence and inspires trust in your leadership. Letting go requires clarity of intention. When your desires are rooted in genuine purpose rather than fleeting wants or external validation, they carry more weight. This clarity allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters, eliminating distractions and reducing the emotional burden of unfulfilled expectations. Clear intentions, coupled with the willingness to release control, create a magnetic energy that attracts opportunities and connections aligned with your values. Restraint is another essential element. The need to control or force outcomes often stems from a lack of restraint. By cultivating discipline and self-control, you create a sense of stability that allows desires to manifest naturally. Restraint is not about suppressing your ambitions, but about channeling them in ways that align with your long-term goals and values. Letting go also nurtures self-worth. When you are no longer dependent on external outcomes to validate your worth, you strengthen your sense of identity. This inner confidence creates a calm magnetism that naturally draws people and opportunities to you. Your self-assurance becomes a quiet signal to the world that you are ready to receive without desperation, creating a flow of abundance in your life. This practice also deepens your relationships. When you let go of expectations for how others should behave or what they should offer, you create space for genuine connection. This freedom allows relationships to flourish on their own terms, fostering mutual respect and authenticity. The absence of control builds trust and strengthens bonds, as others feel valued for who they are rather than what they can provide. Letting go cultivates mindfulness. By releasing attachment to the future and focusing on the present moment, you align yourself with the here and now. This alignment enhances your ability to notice and appreciate the opportunities and connections that are already present in your life. Mindfulness not only enriches your experience, but also helps you attract more of what resonates with your values and aspirations. The act of letting go also reduces stress. Clinging to specific outcomes often creates tension and anxiety, draining your energy and clouding your judgment. By surrendering the need to control, you free yourself from this burden, allowing your mind and body to function with greater ease. This state of relaxation enhances your creativity, problem-solving skills, and overall well-being. Letting go strengthens your ability to trust others. When you stop trying to micromanage relationships or collaborations, you allow others to step into their own strengths and responsibilities. This trust fosters mutual respect and empowers those around you, creating a positive cycle of growth and collaboration. At its core, letting go is an act of love for yourself, for others, and for life itself. It's a recognition that true fulfillment comes not from clinging, but from allowing. By embodying this principle, you inspire those around you to approach their own desires with grace and confidence, creating a ripple effect of peace and abundance. Stoicism teaches that peace lies in accepting what is while working toward what could be. Letting go embodies this wisdom, transforming how you approach your goals, relationships, and challenges. It is not about giving up, but about trusting in the process, aligning with your values, and allowing life to unfold in its own time. Through this practice, you not only attract what you seek, but also inspire others with the quiet strength of your unwavering trust. Letting go and aligning with life's flow teaches us to focus on what truly matters, but discernment is equally vital in navigating our relationships. Stoicism emphasizes compassion and helping others, but it also calls for wisdom in knowing when to step back. Not everyone we encounter is willing or ready to grow, and some behaviors can drain our energy without creating positive change. To preserve your peace and maintain your values, it's essential to recognize when offering help might do more harm than good, for both you and the other person. One type of individual to avoid helping is someone who repeatedly refuses to take responsibility for their actions. They often blame others or circumstances for their difficulties, avoiding accountability at all costs. Offering assistance to such individuals only enables their lack of ownership, trapping them in a cycle of dependence. Stoicism teaches that personal growth stems from self-awareness and responsibility. Without these, external help becomes futile, as change must start from within. Another type is the perpetual victim. This person finds comfort in complaining and focusing on their misfortunes without seeking solutions. While empathy is important, continually helping someone who clings to a victim mindset can exhaust your energy and prevent them from finding their own strength. Stoic wisdom emphasizes empowering others to recognize their agency, encouraging them to take action rather than dwell in helplessness. Those who exploit generosity are also best avoided. These individuals see kindness as an opportunity to manipulate or take advantage. They prioritize their gain over mutual respect, leaving the helper feeling drained or used. Helping someone who exploits others fosters entitlement rather than growth. Stoicism reminds us to act with intention and integrity, ensuring our actions align with our principles and do not perpetuate harm. The chronic naysayer is another individual to be cautious of. These people consistently dismiss or undermine positive efforts, projecting their negativity onto others. Offering help to someone who resists positivity or refuses to embrace opportunities can stifle your own growth and momentum. Stoicism encourages maintaining focus on constructive action and avoiding the distractions of negativity. It's also wise to step back from those who refuse to learn from their mistakes. These individuals repeat destructive patterns, ignoring lessons and advice. While it's natural to want to guide someone toward better choices, investing in someone unwilling to change can be frustrating and unproductive. Stoic philosophy values learning and adaptation as essential for growth, making it clear that personal effort is crucial for meaningful transformation. Those who drain your energy without contributing anything positive should also be approached with caution. Energy vampires thrive on others' emotional and mental resources, leaving little room for mutual exchange or balance. Stoicism teaches the importance of protecting your inner tranquility, which requires setting boundaries with individuals who disrupt your equilibrium. People who consistently disregard your boundaries are another type to avoid helping. They may dismiss your needs, cross lines, or demand more than you're willing to give. Helping someone who repeatedly violates your limits often leads to resentment and imbalance. Stoic principles emphasize self-respect and the importance of asserting boundaries to preserve harmony and well-being. The overly dependent person also poses a challenge. While offering support is compassionate, enabling someone's dependence can hinder their growth and self-reliance. Helping such individuals often leads to a cycle where they rely on others rather than developing their own skills and resilience. Stoicism values autonomy and encourages empowering others to stand on their own. Another type to avoid helping is the person who thrives on conflict. These individuals often create drama or tension, dragging others into their chaos. Offering help to someone who perpetuates conflict can entangle you in their disputes, detracting from your own peace and focus. Stoic wisdom teaches the value of calm and clarity, urging us to disengage from unnecessary turmoil. Lastly, those who consistently lack gratitude for the help they receive should be approached thoughtfully. While help should not be given solely for acknowledgement, a lack of gratitude often signals entitlement or lack of appreciation. Helping such individuals can feel one-sided and depleting. Stoicism reminds us to act with intention and balance, ensuring our efforts align with our values and do not enable harmful dynamics. Discernment in offering help is not about withholding kindness, but about preserving balance and integrity. By recognizing these behaviors and responding with wisdom, you protect your energy and focus on contributing where your efforts can create meaningful change. Stoicism encourages compassion tempered with clarity, ensuring that your actions reflect not only generosity, but also thoughtful intention. This balance allows you to navigate relationships with grace, maintaining both your peace and your principles. Understanding who to help and where to draw boundaries gives you control over your emotional energy and ensures that your actions align with your values. But relationships, whether personal or professional, often hinge on creating deeper connections that leave lasting impressions. The human mind is intricate, and understanding how to naturally influence and inspire others can deepen bonds, spark interest, and cultivate a sense of longing and admiration. This is not about manipulation, but about tapping into authentic psychological principles that enhance connection and leave a meaningful impact. One key principle in fostering obsession or admiration is the power of mystery. When you withhold just enough about yourself, you create an aura of intrigue. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand. By maintaining a balance between openness and a sense of the unknown, you encourage others to invest their curiosity in you. Mystery isn't about withholding all information. It's about sharing selectively, giving others a reason to want to learn more about you. Authenticity is another powerful tool. People are deeply attracted to those who are unapologetically themselves. When you live and act in alignment with your values, you exude confidence and integrity that others find magnetic. Authenticity builds trust, as it assures others that your actions and words are genuine. This trust fosters a strong emotional connection that can make someone think of you long after your interactions have ended. Creating shared experiences also plays a significant role. When you engage in activities or conversations that evoke positive emotions, those feelings become associated with you. These shared moments create a bond that lingers in memory, making the other person look forward to seeing you again. Emotional experiences, especially ones that involve laughter or meaningful dialogue, strengthen these ties and make your presence memorable. Scarcity enhances value, and this principle applies to relationships as well. When your time and attention are not always easily available, they become more valuable to others. Being selective about your availability subtly communicates self-worth and encourages others to prioritize their time with you. This scarcity fosters a sense of appreciation and makes the moments you do share feel more special and meaningful. The power of attentiveness cannot be overstated. When you truly listen to someone, showing genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings, you create a safe and validating space. This attentiveness makes people feel important and understood, deepening their connection to you. Small gestures, such as remembering details about their life or offering thoughtful responses, demonstrate care and strengthen bonds. Reciprocity is another psychological factor that can deepen connections. When you offer kindness, thoughtfulness, or support, others naturally feel compelled to reciprocate. This principle creates a cycle of mutual appreciation that fosters a strong emotional attachment. However, it's important that these actions remain genuine and not calculated, as authenticity is what makes this dynamic powerful. Non-verbal communication also plays a crucial role. Your body language, eye contact, and tone of voice often speak louder than words. A warm smile, sustained but not overly intense eye contact, and a relaxed posture convey confidence and approachability. These non-verbal cues build trust and rapport, making interactions more engaging and memorable. The power of novelty should not be underestimated. Introducing new ideas, activities, or perspectives can spark excitement and curiosity. Novelty stimulates the brain's reward system, creating a sense of pleasure and anticipation. By bringing fresh energy into interactions, you keep relationships dynamic and interesting, encouraging others to seek your company. Creating a sense of emotional safety fosters deeper connections. When people feel they can be themselves around you without fear of judgment, they naturally become more drawn to your presence. This emotional safety allows for vulnerability and authenticity, which are the foundations of meaningful relationships. Offering understanding and empathy builds this sense of security. Playfulness is another factor that makes interactions unforgettable. Humor, light-hearted banter, and a sense of fun create positive emotional associations. These moments of joy linger in memory and make others look forward to spending time with you. Playfulness adds a layer of spontaneity and charm to relationships, making them feel vibrant and engaging. Empathy strengthens bonds by showing that you genuinely care about someone's feelings and experiences. When you acknowledge and validate their emotions, you create a connection that goes beyond surface-level interactions. Empathy builds trust and respect, as it demonstrates that you value their perspective and are willing to invest in their well-being. Consistency is essential in building trust and emotional attachment. When your actions align with your words and values, you create a sense of reliability that others find comforting. This consistency assures people that they can depend on you, deepening their admiration and connection over time. Empowering others fosters a sense of respect and appreciation. When you encourage someone's growth, celebrate their successes, or support their aspirations, you create a dynamic of mutual encouragement. This empowerment strengthens the bond, as it shows that you are invested in their happiness and progress. Leaving space for others to miss you is a subtle but effective strategy. By allowing for moments of absence, you create an opportunity for others to reflect on your presence and its impact. This space fosters appreciation and anticipation, deepening their desire to reconnect with you. These psychological principles, rooted in authenticity and empathy, create meaningful and lasting connections. By applying them thoughtfully and intentionally, you can inspire admiration and leave a lasting impression on those you encounter. The goal is not manipulation, but fostering relationships that are genuine, fulfilling, and mutually enriching. Building meaningful connections and fostering admiration involves understanding human nature and acting with authenticity. But no relationship can flourish, and no external success can truly resonate without a strong foundation within yourself. The most transformative Stoic lesson lies in shifting your focus inward, on your thoughts, actions, and growth. When you focus on yourself, not in selfishness, but in self-awareness and discipline, you unlock the potential to make extraordinary things happen. This focus is not about controlling outcomes, but about mastering your mind, aligning with your values, and taking deliberate action. Focusing on yourself starts with self-awareness. Understanding your emotions, motivations, and limitations creates clarity. This clarity allows you to align your actions with your purpose rather than reacting impulsively or being swayed by external pressures. When you cultivate self-awareness, you also develop emotional intelligence, which enables you to navigate challenges with composure and confidence. People are drawn to those who are self-assured, as it reflects a sense of stability and control. Another key to focusing on yourself is setting clear intentions. When you define what matters most to you, you channel your energy effectively. Clear intentions eliminate distractions and create a sense of direction. This focus on priorities not only enhances your productivity, but also inspires others by demonstrating discipline and purpose. Intentionality shows that you value your time and energy, setting a standard for those around you. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and the foundation of focusing on yourself. Discipline enables you to act in alignment with your values even when circumstances are challenging. It teaches you to delay gratification and stay committed to long-term goals. Discipline is not about rigid control, but about consistently choosing what aligns with your higher self. This consistency builds trust in your own abilities and inspires respect from others. Focusing inward also involves letting go of comparison. The constant need to measure yourself against others detracts from your growth and creates unnecessary stress. Instead, focusing on your own journey fosters contentment and authenticity. Comparison is a distraction that keeps you looking outward when the real work and progress happen within. When you stop comparing, you free yourself to grow at your own pace and in your own way. Another vital aspect is practicing mindfulness. Staying present allows you to fully engage with your actions and decisions without being weighed down by past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness sharpens your focus and helps you respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. This presence of mind not only enhances your effectiveness, but also deepens your appreciation for the moment, creating a sense of fulfillment that radiates outward. Focusing on yourself requires cultivating resilience. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but your ability to face them with grace and determination defines your strength. Resilience comes from within, from the understanding that you have the capacity to endure and grow. By embracing difficulties as opportunities for learning, you build a mindset that is unshaken by external circumstances. Boundaries play a crucial role in focusing on yourself. Learning to say no to distractions or demands that do not align with your values protects your energy and priorities. Boundaries are not about shutting others out, but about creating space for what truly matters. This focus on your well-being and goals demonstrates self-respect and inspires others to do the same. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. When you appreciate your strengths, opportunities, and progress, you create a positive foundation for growth. Gratitude enhances your perspective, reminding you that fulfillment comes from within, not from external validation. This shift in focus fosters a sense of abundance and encourages others to find joy in their own lives. Focusing on yourself also means embracing accountability. Taking responsibility for your actions, choices, and outcomes empowers you to create change. Accountability eliminates the need for blame or excuses, fostering a proactive mindset. This ownership of your life not only strengthens your character, but also inspires trust and respect from those around you. Patience is an essential part of focusing on yourself. Growth and success take time, and rushing the process often leads to frustration and burnout. Patience allows you to stay committed to your path without being derailed by setbacks or delays. It teaches you to value the journey as much as the destination, creating a sense of peace and perseverance. Self-care is another critical element. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being is not indulgent. It's necessary for sustaining focus and energy. When you prioritize self-care, you create a foundation of strength and vitality that supports all areas of your life. This investment in yourself sets an example for others, showing that true productivity begins with balance. Focusing on yourself requires clarity in decision-making. By aligning your choices with your values and goals, you create a life of integrity and purpose. Clear decisions eliminate the confusion and doubt that arise from trying to please everyone or chase conflicting desires. This clarity creates momentum, enabling you to act with confidence and consistency. Self-compassion is equally important. Recognizing that growth involves setbacks and failures allows you to treat yourself with kindness. Self-compassion strengthens your resilience and fosters a positive mindset. When you focus on yourself with compassion, you create a space for growth without the burden of self-criticism, enabling you to move forward with confidence. Focusing on yourself is not about isolation. It's about creating a strong foundation that enhances your relationships and contributions. When you cultivate your strengths, align with your values, and act with intention, you inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect transforms not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. By mastering yourself, you create the conditions for extraordinary things to happen, embodying the Stoic wisdom of living with purpose, clarity, and grace. Building a foundation of self-focus and inner strength equips you to create a meaningful life aligned with your values. Yet, preserving this foundation requires vigilance in how you allow others to treat you. Stoicism teaches the importance of maintaining peace and dignity, and that includes recognizing behaviors from others that disrupt your balance or undermine your well-being. Allowing harmful behaviors to persist not only drains your energy, but can also erode your sense of self-respect. Knowing what you should not tolerate from others is essential for living with integrity and strength. One behavior that should never be tolerated is disrespect. Whether it comes in the form of dismissive comments, condescension, or outright insults, disrespect erodes the foundation of any relationship. Stoic principles emphasize self-respect and the importance of setting boundaries to protect it. Accepting disrespect sends a message that such behavior is permissible, but addressing it firmly and calmly demonstrates that you value yourself and demand mutual respect in all interactions. Manipulation is another behavior to address immediately. Manipulative people often twist words or situations to serve their own interests, leaving others feeling confused or exploited. Stoicism encourages clarity of thought and action, which can help you see through manipulation. Refusing to engage with such tactics preserves your autonomy and sends a clear signal that you will not be swayed by deceit. Constant negativity is also harmful to tolerate. While it's natural for people to face challenges and express concerns, persistent negativity can drain your energy and affect your mindset. Surrounding yourself with those who constantly complain or focus on problems without seeking solutions can hinder your growth and peace. Stoicism teaches the importance of maintaining a positive perspective and guarding your inner tranquility, making it essential to limit exposure to such negativity. Another behavior to avoid tolerating is unreliability. Consistently breaking commitments, failing to follow through, or being untrustworthy creates instability and frustration. Reliability is a cornerstone of trust, and tolerating unreliability undermines the foundation of any relationship. Stoicism values consistency and integrity, which means holding others accountable to the same standards you set for yourself. Overstepping boundaries is a behavior that should never be overlooked. People who disregard your limits, whether personal, emotional, or physical, show a lack of respect for your autonomy. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of boundaries in maintaining balance and protecting your well-being. Firmly asserting your boundaries reinforces self-respect and ensures that others understand the limits of acceptable behavior. Taking advantage of kindness is another unacceptable behavior. While generosity and compassion are virtues, they should not be exploited. People who repeatedly take without giving back, or who only engage with you when they need something, are not fostering a healthy, reciprocal relationship. Stoicism teaches discernment in offering help, ensuring that your kindness is neither abused nor taken for granted. Jealousy or envy directed toward you should also be addressed. These emotions, when expressed through subtle undermining or overt hostility, can create tension and damage relationships. Jealousy often stems from insecurity, but it is not your responsibility to accommodate or soothe someone else's feelings of inadequacy. Stoicism encourages focusing on your own growth while maintaining peace, which includes not allowing others' jealousy to disrupt your progress. Passive aggressiveness is a subtle but toxic behavior that undermines trust and open communication. People who express their dissatisfaction or resentment indirectly often create confusion and tension. Stoic wisdom values directness and honesty, making it important to address passive-aggressive behavior head-on. Encouraging clear communication fosters healthier relationships and ensures mutual understanding. Excessive criticism is another behavior that can be damaging. Constructive feedback is valuable, but relentless criticism, especially when unproductive or mean-spirited, can erode confidence and create an unhealthy dynamic. Stoicism teaches resilience in the face of criticism, but it also emphasizes the importance of not internalizing negativity that serves no purpose. Standing up to excessive criticism reinforces your self-worth and sets a standard for how you expect to be treated. A lack of gratitude is a behavior that should not be ignored. When people fail to acknowledge your efforts, kindness, or presence, it can create an imbalance in the relationship. Gratitude is a reflection of mutual respect and appreciation, and its absence often signals entitlement or disregard. Stoicism encourages cultivating gratitude in yourself and expecting it from others as a natural aspect of healthy relationships. Each of these behaviors, if tolerated, can disrupt your peace and undermine your sense of self. By recognizing and addressing them with firmness and clarity, you protect your well-being and uphold the Stoic values of respect, integrity, and balance. Refusing to accept these behaviors is not about confrontation, but about setting a standard for how you will allow yourself to be treated. In doing so, you create space for healthier, more meaningful relationships that align with your values and contribute to your growth. Mastering the art of silent influence is not about seeking admiration, but about embodying values that naturally inspire others. By staying calm in chaos, responding with wisdom, setting boundaries, and leading with quiet humility, you create a ripple effect of respect and connection. Living authentically, aligning with Stoic principles, and fostering deep empathy all contribute to an unshakable presence that speaks louder than words. The journey is about transforming yourself, and in doing so, you illuminate a path for others to follow. True admiration is earned through action, not noise. It's in the way you carry yourself, the strength you exude in adversity, and the kindness you show without expecting anything in return. Your ability to live these principles can inspire change, foster trust, and create a legacy of quiet power. What resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how these principles align with your journey or the challenges you're working to overcome. If you found value here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's so much more to explore together, and you won't want to miss what's next. Let's keep growing, learning, and building a community that thrives on wisdom and purpose.